One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. At it, man. Audio sounding good. Let me make sure I go up on Instagram. Let the people know I go on. We back, we back, we back. Wednesday afternoon, 6 p.m., September 3rd. It's getting to that hoodie season. It's about to go down. Jeez. Let me just remove this over here. We back at it, man. We back at it. It's your boy Friday Ricky Jed here with another live for your head top. We got a long list of things to get to today. Big salute to everybody who's popping up on the gram. Big salute to everybody who's popping up over here on Facebook. We are live on YouTube as usual. Wow. We are also live on Twitch. We're also live on Kick. We are out here, man. Gather around, gather around. We got a lot of shit to get to today. Let me go through my list of stories over here. Going on, we got to go through that Drake interview, the Drake and Bobbi Althoff interview. We'll be doing an in-depth deep dive into that interview. Also, I have a strategy, I think, of how Drake was able to bounce back after that battle last year. We'll definitely get into that as well. Lococity is free. Big salute to Lococity. He's back on road. There's a Moula first story I got to get to, which is crazy. The ups and downs of Moula first. We'll definitely be getting into that. A little bit more mixy also. Big salute to Syph. There's a story that's been rolling around on these Instagram streets or on these internet streets, and I want to get into it as well. Also, incoming home news. Big salute to Geezy Loc. Geezy Loc is home. We'll go over that as well. Why Americans hate Canadian rappers. There's been a recent post that will happen around the boy staff 4 times, and the people in the comments have been going crazy. We'll definitely go into that, and I'll give my POV on why that might be happening. You know what I'm saying? Also, there's been a crazy shootout, high school shootout that went down over here in Toronto. It's day 2, of school being back in, and it's already getting crazy. So we'll definitely get into that. Continuing our civic duties, there's a new police sharing data that is going out, and people are finding out about it. So we need to definitely get into that and maybe educate ourselves on what's going on out here. Other than that, I got a crazy video about London, Ontario, and how it become a zombie city. Maybe it's a little bit of Toronto's fault, you know what I'm saying? We'll definitely get into that, though. Crazy video. And last but not least, on my civic duties, Doug Ford crashes out on Crown Royal, talking about these tariffs and different wild things that are going on. So gather around. Let me know if y'all got anything y'all want me to talk about. Spam the chat with any topics. For the people on Instagram right here, we are live on YouTube, youtube.com/welovehiphop network. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. What's poppin', man? What's going on? Comment gang strong. Who is in the building? Who is in the building? Old John Crow 416 Trackstar Music. I seen you from earlier. What up, brother? Fall Leaves in the building. What's going on? Underground Nation is in the building. Neil Davis is in the building. Good evening, Tasha_Latina. You are in the building with us. Salute. James Francis in the building. It says Mass Park. Parkdale in the building. Salute. We are out here, man. For the North in the building. Young Money in the building. We are here, man. Listen, man, we're going to be locked in. Ball up whatever you need to ball up. Okay? It's supper time. Get your supper ready. Lock in. We're going to be here for about 3 hours. There's a lot of news to get to. So let's get to it, man. Big salute to B3 on the beat right here. Let's get to it, man. What's going on, gang? How y'all feeling? Let's get into a couple of ads before we get into these news stories. I want to get straight into these news stories because trust me, it's crazy. Also, I got an interview that's going to be dropping tomorrow morning. Big salute to Havaya Mighty, the return of Havaya Mighty to the We Love Hip Hop podcast. That's going down tomorrow morning, 3 a.m. for all the audio listeners. 6 p.m. we back over here for the YouTube premiere. And salute to everybody who popped up last week for the premiere with the interview that I did with the brother Marcel Wilson. Really, really dope conversation. And yeah, man, it was really, really good to see people show up for that conversation because it was an important one. So salute to y'all, the audience out there. And make sure to smash that like button. But let me pull up a couple of ads and then we'll get into what we got to get into. Let's start with Diamond Club.
Big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club, with delivery all over the GTA and now all across Canada. They got the best selection of flour, edibles, and pens, and all types of goodies that you need. You can find them on their Instagram page, _Canada, or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed app, as well as the Leafy Things app. Let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop Network, and they may give you a discount. Big salute to Diamond Club. Cheer!
Yeah. Okay, one more. We're going to get to it. Let's pull up the Only Loud. Big salute to my people in Ottawa.
I want to take a quick break from this episode to give a big shout out to Only Loud, Canada's one-stop shop for your favorite legacy brands and all things loud. Only Loud provides mail order delivery nationwide and same-day delivery to those in the Ottawa area. Check them out at onlyloud.ca or follow them on their socials, Instagram at onlyloudcanada or on Snapchat onlyloud.ca for more exclusive content. Only Loud is not just a product, it's a lifestyle. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer.
Yeah. Okay. James Francis is asking, can you do interviews with American artists? I actually have a plethora of interviews with American artists. I'm going to be putting up my YouTube channel right now, so let's do that. Because I'm going to be having to use the YouTube channel to get to the story. All right, let's pull up the YouTubes and I'll show you to the playlist that we got going on over here. All right, make sure to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, you are dissing. You're just watching, not even subscribed to the page. Holy. Let's see here. Let's find the playlist that I have here. I think it's on international artists or international interviews. The last one I did, and this, he's not an artist, but this is a Top 5 Troy. I have a Poetic Flacco interview in there. Goose, by the way, Scotty ATL. These brothers who, Buddha and Grands, big salute to Buddha and Grands. They produce for Dave East, a bunch of people. Afro Nation, Roach Killer, Pino, Frack, Smack URL. That was a short one though. This guy here, Amir, he was in that Wu-Tang series. We got a lot of stuff. DJ EFN from the Drink Champs, Pooh Shiesty, Adam 22, and then there's other ones that I feel like I haven't even put in the playlist here. We've interviewed a bunch of people from America. You know what I'm saying? We do that. So big salute to all my American viewers and people who are, who've tapped in and done interviews with the podcast. But I want to get to this Drake story, man. This Drake Bobbi Althoff interview finally dropped. They dropped it on Monday morning. A lot of people were kind of peeved about the fact that Drake and Bobbi Althoff are going to be doing an interview or another podcast episode. I ain't even going to lie. I was a little bit peeved myself. Like, oh, come on, brother. Like, can you do an interview with somebody black? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't me more like legacy media. It was just like, can you do an interview with somebody black? You know what I'm saying? But after I watched the interview, and I watched the interview in completion, I wasn't so mad at it. Now, let me give you guys a few caveats before we start this, because I know y'all are going to say, oh, you're just a Drake glazer. Drake talked to you the other day. We see that little piece of content floating around on these Instagram streets. So you probably like the interview now because, the man spiced you up a little bit. Like, not really. If the interview was crap, or if I didn't get what I wanted as far as like a media person out of the interview, then to be honest, I'd still, I wouldn't call it hating, but I would still be like, nah, bro, that ain't it, man. That ain't it. And as far as that conversation that I had with him, I might have told you guys and made a whole YouTube video and an announcement and all that, like as if, oh my God, I had a conversation with Drake, and that's cool. It's not the first time. I've talked to that nigga mad times at this point, like mad times. So it's not even nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something, obviously, but it's not like the first time. It's just maybe the first time I made it like an announcement and a thumbnail and a YouTube title. So, I just had to put that little disclaimer out there. But let's pull up the interview. let's pull up the interview here. Let's see what the views. What's the views like, Crow? This SEO is strong. 1 day, 978,000 views.
Taking, you know.
Let's make sure the volume is good. Her channel got 1.3 million subscribers. Whew. It's good to be white.
People get married here.
I'm playing.
I know, I heard.
It's a wedding venue.
Very fancy people get married here.
Right? Far cry from a monkey bar.
Yeah, that was fun though.
Right?
Did you go to the strip
Or
club after?
Memphis. I did go to the strip club after. We can talk about that later.
I need to address this comment. I'm not going to keep on stopping and starting the interview. I'm not going to run it all the way through neither. So we'll get to the right parts that we need to pause. But I need to address this comment. Salute to Welly96. He says, what Drake voice does he use when he talks to you? I'm not going to lie. It's kind of the same as this. This is how the nigga talks. Like, I feel like everybody, like, and don't get me wrong. I know about code switching. I code switch sometimes too. It is what it is, right? You're not going to be around the little blonde white girl who don't know shit about shit. Like, you know, Guan Bridgen, yo, stop acting like a catty. You're not going to talk to her like that. She's going to be like, what language are you speaking, man? Okay. So obviously he's adding a lot more likes, I understand that. Okay. So let's just get that out of the way now, so we don't have to address it later. But that's when I talk to him, not on the phone, like, what are you saying, Drake? What's going on, bro? Not like that. I mean, like, when I hear the voice notes, that's how he talks, fam. It's not like he's made a different Drake voice for this interview or different way of talking, cadence.
This is more of a romantic endeavor. Welcome.
Yeah, you don't want to talk about your strip club experience.
Welcome to the nicest thing that any guy's ever.
So we can skip past all of this.
Yeah, I do. What the hell?
Disgusting.
Do
you know the last time I saw you had a manicure?
I know. I tried to get them done before today, but I had a gambling stream last night and I lost.
And you just sat there like biting them the whole time.
It was nerve-wracking. Don't punch in.
I hope no one.
So this is like shortly after the gambling stream that he did with Aiden Ross. The one that kind of made him crash out, where he don't want to do the work with stakes anymore. Or sorry, with kick.
Zooms in under. Wow, you really went at those.
I really chopped to the bit.
I'd see why you got
Chomped
your
at
little
the bit.
manicures now.
Huh?
Your little gel manicures. I see why you do those now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
You should continue doing that.
are you wearing sparkles on your cheeks?
It's called highlight. Have you ever heard of that?
I'm just saying, like,
Heard of that?
is that how excited you were to do part 2? You were like, hey,
I have to
Lexi,
wear my
can you make sure that
glitter on my
you
face.
wear glitter? You put glitter
That's
on my
exactly
face?
the conversation
What is this?
I
What are we
had.
doing? Pageantry?
Did you
This is Joe. We're supposed to be
Did you
just really
wiretap?
big in an interview.
did you wiretap my hotel room? That's the exact conversation.
No,
we
for
had.
sure. You were like, oh, I really
Want
need. You're like,
to go.
I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not mad at her, like what she's doing here, her little banter that she does, and it's not as deadpan as she did when she first came into the game. But like they have a little banter, you know what I mean? A little bit of sexual tension. I ain't mad at it.
all out.
dolled up.
Yeah. I was like, how do you make me look so dolled up for this?
You're really excited, huh?
I was so excited.
Yeah.
It's been the longest week of my life, but we made it here.
We should talk about the fact that we have been together
Yes.
for quite some time.
All right, guys, a quick ad break because Drake is not the only sponsor of today's episode.
No, we don't need to watch that. So before they get back into whatever they get into, right? I just want to give you guys also, I don't want to maybe call it a disclaimer, but I understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like a not serious interview, a lot of banter going on, but it's like drunken kung fu, drunken master style. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that Drake was like slothfully drunk type shit, but like, you know, we're getting tipsy, we talking, ha 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 ha. Oh, let me just slip this in here. Boom. Let me just, you know, he knows going into the interview what he wants to say. She got no questions. You know what I'm saying? Her whole thing, she's explained before that she goes in unprepared. And big salute to the Shysteiest Bud over here thank you for the donation. He says, why can't Drake haters go somewhere else? This is OVO gang. Jeez. You know what I'm saying? We got, yo, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Listen, I'm not any sides here. I fuck with you heavy. Okay. But I don't know, man. Just because I'm not here shitting on the content saying, oh, bro, you should have done an interview for the culture with the culture. I said that already. And I still got what I wanted out of the interview. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that I still don't think that he should do an interview with the culture. But the interview wasn't an L. I'll start a poll. Okay, let's continue.
10% off your ticket.
All right.
Bored.
Like a fucking liar.
Tired.
Okay, that's fine. You're jet lagged. Nothing to do with me.
Confused.
They spent a lot of time in the beginning here talking about nothing, just about their experiences. You know what I'm saying?
We
That's why you
landed.
wore a romper.
Shut up. As soon as we landed, we were like on our way to the hotel.
Okay.
And then we're like, can you stop at the stores? And they closed in 15 minutes. So we had time to run into one store really quickly. And that was it.
Did you go at 6:45 at night?
That's necessary
Sure.
before we get into the.
I'm trying to have my nails.
You don't have to. It's fine.
Yours aren't that great either.
They've needed to be redone, but nothing's open.
They're a little thick around the edges, but
Okay. Thank you. I don't know why you would know that.
if I get my
It's a
nails
little-
done, I get my nails done.
Okay.
You know
Answer.
what a big thing was when I
Yeah.
when I started to get my nails done. I think the first thing I did was I painted.
So, Drunken Kung Fu. All right. They're talking about nails. They're talking about a bunch of nothing. All right. Don't even get it twisted. They're talking about a bunch of nothing. But he has a game plan while they're talking about a bunch of nothing. All right. So as far as the whole nail polish thing and all that, let's address that now.
Painted them like yellow or somewhere because I was like, I'm gonna start getting manicures and or like start like doing like getting my nails nice. And then people are gonna say things. And then I was like, you know what? I had 3 really, really important stages in my life. One was getting braids. I was like, oh, people are gonna be like, he's getting braids, like midlife crisis braids.
Have you not always had them?
No.
I've never known you to not have them.
Well, that's because you know absolutely nothing
I
about
don't.
me.
Is it a braid?
And pay zero attention. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Lexi, who's way younger than you, knows that I haven't had braids for my entire life, right? Yeah. Lexi's
Drunken Kung Fu. So he starts mentioning Lexi over there. I guess that's Shorty's assistant. Okay. He's mentioned her early. All right. Let's call this foreshadowing.
great. I love Lexi.
I do too.
He loves Lexi.
But I have not had braids for my entire life. And then I got a face tat and I was like, oh,
What is
midlife
that?
crisis face tat. They're gonna say
What is that of?
my mom's initials.
What are they?
That's her sister.
She-
Listen, I don't be knowing, man. I don't know this girl's business like that. I just started following her page the other day. But if that's her sister, salute to you, Lexi. All right.
Oh,
Sandra
From LA.
Gale.
that's cute.
So I was like, oh,
What'd your mom think of that?
she's rowdy. She's a rowdy lady. So she actually got yatted up right after.
Good for her.
Yeah, she got a fucking super yat on her arm.
Amazing. What's
She
the
got
third
yatted-
thing?
She got yatted down.
Nails, hair.
The third thing was the nails. I was like, oh, you know,
What
I
was
was
the
like,
first one?
I was
Oh,
hanging out with-
tattoo, hair, nails.
I was hanging out with Yachty and like
Okay, so before he gets into why he paints his nails, and listen, this doesn't mean I agree, but he's explaining it. You know what I'm saying? It would be something that maybe if I was the interviewer, I might have asked more directly, like, bro, you get a lot of flack for painting your nails. Like, go on, fam. When did the nail painting start? Was it hanging around Yachty too much? That might be a little bit too personal. You know what I'm saying? The way I would ask it. She didn't even ask the question. She was just like, so yeah, that's cool. You and your mom have tattoos. Oh my God. Yeah. I have no clue what's going on. Drake's just leading the charge. That's what's happening right here.
I was like, fuck, man, I bite my nails like a lot. I'm like, I want like nice nails, and he had nice nails. I was like, and he was like doing wild shit. Like he would have them like painted and stuff, but he'd have like French manicures and all this shit. And I'd be like, it's such a nice trait, like just to reach for something and see like nice nails. And then, but I was like, but I just went for it. I remember like, I think I painted them like yellow and blue. And I'm like, I want somebody to say something negative to me about it. So I can just like, it's like, I dare you to say anything about these fucking nails. Not on the internet. I just mean like in person. I was like, I hope somebody just gets active.
Did anyone say something?
No, they didn't.
Just me?
No, just you right now, how ugly
Yeah,
they are.
This guy's just, he's trying to do a little ting in front of the gal.
Or
Not
without
by
it, yeah.
I need to see that again. That was hilarious.
image they are, by the way.
They're rough.
Third thing was the nails. I was like, oh, you know,
What
I
was
was
the
like,
first one?
I was
Oh,
hanging out with,
tattoo, hair, nails.
I was hanging out with Yachty, and like I was like, fuck, man, I bite my nails like a lot. I'm like, I want like nice nails, and he had nice nails. I was like, and he was like doing wild shit. Like he would have them like painted and stuff, but he'd have like French manicures and all this shit. And I'd be like, it's such a nice trait, like just to reach for something and see like nice nails. And then, but I was like, but I just went for it. I remember like, I think I painted them like yellow and blue. And I'm like, I want somebody to say something negative to me about it. So I can just like, it's like, I dare you to say anything about these
God.
fucking nails. Not on the internet. I just mean like in person. I was like, I hope somebody just gets active.
Did anyone say something?
No, they didn't.
Just me?
No, just you right now, how ugly
Yeah,
they are.
They are
not
without
by,
it, yeah.
I know, and damaged they are, by the way.
They're rough.
Shout out to Vic though. Vic does a great job on my nails. She just hasn't been around lately.
Yeah, you gotta get her out
She
here.
gets here tomorrow.
Good.
Thank God.
You needed that.
Let's talk about us.
Why you hated me. You
Why
completely
did I
got
hate you?
sidetracked right now.
I never hate.
So I was entertained. All right. But again, he addressed that, the whole braids thing. You know, I will say this. There's a lot of questions that she could have asked directly. A lie. I'm back, Crody. Salute to you. Hold on, brother. Hold on. You need the air horns, bro. Hold on. I got you. Big salute to the God, yo. Or the person who's controlling this account. You know what I'm saying? Yo, fam. That don't kind of look like God right there. You know what I'm saying? The Unk. Huh? That's Unk right there, fam. Trust me. Yo, fam, with the braids, don't do that, bro.
Hated you, Bob.
Okay.
Is it the braids?
I never hated you.
Mhm.
You came around at an interesting time in your life.
Yeah.
And I think that I took a lot of the weight and blame at that time when you needed to get a little active on somebody. I think I took.
Yo, Brethren, and listen, I don't mean to sing you out. Whoever's controlling the Biz Loc account right there. This nigga said get active like 3 times, bro. I feel like he's been watching the Biz Loc interview. He's been listening to 1-2 new tunes. He said, no, I'm gonna get active. I'm gonna get active. Trust me, bro. I wish I had a get active counter in the corner, because the nigga says we're gonna get active like about 10 times before this interview's over.
Like, I think I took some hits verbally.
From me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, when I needed
Well, I just needed to like.
I was trying to see what you understand what you were saying.
Okay.
So you're trying to
That
say
is
when
crazy.
I was mean to you.
Yeah, when you were
one time.
Yeah. When you no, just I think
I was mean to you once.
Yeah. But I think it sometimes it's not just about being mean. It's just like when you describe like the after effects of like something that we've done that I feel is like a positive and it's incredible. Sometimes I can't see it from your perspective.
I think that you came into my life at a very big turning point in my life, and it just lined up with, I had, I don't know, a very different life before and after I met you, and a lot of
course, you get a Drake interview, your whole life would change. Hint, hint. Here we go though, because y'all are really like stuck on The Voice, right? Impact Through My Lens says Drake speaking like this makes everybody think we all soft like him. God damn, hard shot. And then a freaking combination. This guy is not a good representation of Toronto men. You're not even talking about mans. You're just talking about men in general. Like, God damn. I think that he's doing something with this voice here. All right. Like this whole, you guys call me a culture vulture. What Drake is he now? Is he Drizzy Marley? Is he Houston, Atlanta, Vegas Drake? Whichever different voices that people are always wondering, like, which Drake is? Oh, is he Toronto man Drake? I'll fold that up right now, pussy. You know what I'm saying? But people are always wondering, which Drake are we going to get? So he can either lean in and be like, you know what? I'm just going to give them Drake. Like the one that without any of the accents. You know what I'm saying? I know he's acting... He's adding a lot of extra likes, like Valley Girl type shit. All right. There was something I was seeing here, and let me just pull this up quick. We'll get back to this interview. Somebody said in the comments, cringe interview. Like that, goddamn. Where is this? Drake, Degrassi. Here we go.
I didn't have a great time in high school. I just didn't really fit in.
It took me a long time. Like I had my very, very awkward like cocoon stage.
I went to a high school for the performing arts, and there was a notice about auditions for this new kids show.
And then one day, my mom called me and told me you got the role. And I just grabbed my bag and left.
Does not sound exactly the same cadence as the way he's talking in the interview right now?
Man, what a wild journey that started.
A little Canadian series is shaking up the television industry. It's seen in 40 countries and won 7 international awards.
Thank you all for this award.
It is the longest running and most successful franchise in TV history.
What does this mean? Ribbed.
Back to the talking part.
What? It was way too much pressure. Getting called a slut or trash.
Jeez, watch Spike.
You know, there was a lot of hate.
Watch Caitlyn. I used to have a crush on Caitlyn when I was a kid.
He came from a very troubled background.
I'm sorry.
It was very difficult for some.
Okay, anyhow. We're just interested in the Drake parts. But yeah, I got a little geez, the Caitlyn freeze frame too. Jeez.
Taking,
But just to give you guys some context as far as like how the man talks, I don't know, man. I don't know if R.I.P. Wheels for real, Black Pudding TV. Yo, fam. The first Degrassi was goated. I was too old. I was already in the streets, so I wasn't really watching the second Degrassi. So when man popped up and was popping up at all of the different jams and stuff like that, like before Drake was popping, you know what I'm saying? Before he was popping at all. We didn't even know that he was from a TV show. We were just like, who this nigga? You know what I'm saying? Because we were already too old to have been watching the TV, the new Degrassi High kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the way he's talking in there in the interview, like that's how the nigga talks. So I don't know. You guys can't get too caught up on this because if he was to do another accent, like if he was to go in there and be like super Houston, then people would be in the comments like culture vulture, liar. Oh, you went to Atlanta, just to get some whatever the lyric that Kendrick said. You know what I'm saying? Colonizer. So the man's talking quote unquote white, which is not a thing. You know what I'm saying? He's just talking with no slang. So I don't know. I'm not here to defend the way the man's talking, but just to address the way you guys have been killing this nigga in the comments. Holy.
They'll put a negative spin on it and try and tell me, you know, that it's a self-serving thing or whatever. And I think I get really sensitive about that. And I think at that moment I was just like, well, you know what? Then don't even worry about it. And so I was extremely short. And then afterwards I was just really, really snappy. And yeah, I don't think I put myself in your shoes. And I think I wrote you a really, really tough message one time about like being yourself, and like afterwards about just like, it wasn't intended to be rude. I just was like, you're my friend and I'm going to be hard on you. And I just like want you to like not get lost in the sauce, because I really do feel like, and people are asked like, oh, why are you here doing this again? Like, what's the point? Like, even on the way up here, like my boy was like, why are you doing this again? And I was like, well, what we did.
Holy. Listen, I also hear you, because drunken kung fu can be kind of long-winded, you know what I'm saying? But maybe it's also getting into his age and stuff like that. As you get older, if you're not cognizant of the long-windedness, then, you know, and listen, well, this is with all due respect, Drizzy, if you see this, all right? But like, you meandered the fuck out of that wherever you wanted to go with this shit, man. You were like, you went over here, then bought it back over here, and then took a little pit stop, got some gas, then let's take the scenic route, and then bada boom, the point. It's like, holy shit, bro.
Like, it changed a lot of things for a lot of people. It was me essentially like just recognizing somebody that I never met in my life, that I fully believed in, that I thought was really interesting and I wanted to have an interesting conversation with. It pissed off like so many, like all these fucking losers, these like, you know, like story journalists and like this guy and that guy who like feels so entitled to this interview about, and Drake never does anything for like this type of media. And it just like made people so angry that two people who actually like have just like maybe nothing to talk about or everything to talk about, but just based on like random energy could come together. I think it changed a lot of things. It changed a lot of things like on TikTok. It changed a lot of things like in the streaming world. Like it made people more comfortable to go sit down with somebody that they've never sat down with before, you know, like not to take like overly take credit, but when I do see like somebody, you know, who keeps to themselves, like a Nicki Minaj, like go to like Kai Cenat's house, or like I see, you know, these musicians go to like a guy like Blackboy Max's studio and start making songs with him. Like I feel like we did usher in the idea of just like you can be from two completely different walks of life. Celebrities are not here, that we're like, the goal is not to be like some unattainable dickhead for your whole life, you know, and only to like sit with Zane Lowe while he like asks you like the most like curated and formal questions. No disrespect to him, you know, like, but it's just like, I think we did something that was special. And I was proud of what we did. And then when you didn't like,
so let's stop there, because he did make a point, and I want to know what y'all think. Did he make actually a good point with that right there? You know, the first interview that they did, that did shake up a lot of shit. Obviously, this one is doing that. We're reacting to it right now. But was that interview kind of like a breakthrough where more people started linking up with the streamers? You know what I'm saying? Where, I don't know, you start getting a Nicki Minaj over at Kai Cenat's house. Right now, Kai Cenat's hanging out with Kim Kardashian and shit like that. I know Aiden Ross had Tory Lanez and a few other people there before, but shit, bro, he has everybody in his house now. You know what I'm saying? Look at Neon. Neon is walking around with Rampage Jackson, Iggy Azalea, YG, whatever rapper. he's breaking songs. Was this off of the back of Drake doing that interview with Bobbi, kind of breaking the seal where it was like, you know, you don't have to necessarily go to a legacy media or quote unquote real journalist for the audience and especially his fans. There's one thing being us over here in the live stream. I know there's people who are in the live stream who are Drake fans, but then there's also people who are in the live stream who are just media fans. We're just here for the fuckery. We just want to see who's doing what, who got shot, who got killed, who's up, who's down. If it's Drake, cool. If it's not, who else? Who's next? You know what I'm saying? He's literally the most famous person that I'm going to be talking about on my whole list of topics. But it's not a Drake thing. You know what I'm saying? It's for his fans. So if his fans get what they want from it, who cares what we think? You know what I'm saying? And episode 3 is on the way. I'm gonna answer this question. Episode 3 of Iceman is on the way, but let me answer this question from SG. He says, "Yo, Friday, when Drake called you, and he didn't call me. It was just regular like voice notes and text message shit, right? When Drake called you, did he use his white voice or patois voice? He does not have a white voice, and there's no such thing as a like. I guess there is a white voice. There's like the more nasally and all the different things like that. But as far as like, do I speak with a white voice? Let me know in the comments. Comment gang strong. Because if Drake, hold on. Because now I'm starting to feel like maybe I'm projecting or I'm personalizing the shit. One in the chat if I got a white voice. 2 in the chat if I have a black scent. Let me know, man. I need to assess. I need to check the temperature over here. 1 in the chat, yo, Friday talk white. Let me know. All right. I see some 2s in there. Academics report says, no, Friday, you don't speak like a white voice. It's not the voice. Okay, I'm bare 2s. And I'm not like, right? Salute to my white people out there. It's not a diss. Oh, shit. All right, there's a 1-1 over here. Dream Chaser 777. So he's talking like a white boy. White boy. All right. Name that I don't feel like, trying to pronounce right now says, I sound like an Oreo. Damn, bro. Oreo is crazy. I haven't heard that one since high school and not used on me. That's what I was calling other people. You an Oreo cookie ass nigga. Why you calling me an Oreo? You black on the outside and white on the inside, nigga. And the fact that you gotta explain it to the motherfucker that you're calling an Oreo, then they're definitely an Oreo. Why are you calling me an Oreo, man? Dummy, you big dummy. I'm stupid. I'm getting sidetracked for nothing.
When I felt like it caused any like bump in the road in your life, it just hurt me because I was like, fuck, I just can't get it right,
Yeah.
Plus you were with Tiger that night,
that was really the big reason.
Can I get another rosé?
A less whippy one. I did
More drunken kung fu.
You feel like
Drunken master.
I mean,
the biggest bump in my road was after that, though.
I am the biggest bump in your road, huh?
I don't
Pause.
know what you're trying to imply with that, but yes, that was.
That's out.
No pause.
I'm just saying it was like after that, it was like pretty hard. I was like, people were like, oh,
yeah,
how could he like put her on and then take her off right after?
Well, I didn't take you off.
But that's kind of how people saw it. That's how people saw it. Was that I had so many interviews lined up where afterwards, once you unfollowed me, blocked me, everything, it was just pulled. And I was like, oh God, it was like such a.
It was just like what, Ben Affleck or somebody?
Who?
No, Ben, who? I don't know. It was like
No, there was ones that I had that I would need that were scheduled back in the day. One right after, and they pulled right
I was
after.
calling everybody going,
I'm
"Don't
sure you
you
were.
fucking do
I'm
it.
sure you were.
Don't."
What's his issue with Ben Affleck? Why? I feel like there was a shot at Ben Affleck there. You know what I'm saying? Also, and y'all are gonna call this a reaching violation. All right. I wish I had a whistle emoji in here, like a game whistle, right? You know how everybody was so obsessed with Kendrick and all of these Easter eggs? When they're watching the music videos, they're like, yo, you guys don't see the hidden meaning. The way that he's doing this move like this, that's a shot at Drake because, or when he did this, hold on, let me make the screen bigger. When he did this at the pop-up show, don't you know that's the same move? And don't get me wrong, I'm guilty of as charged too. Don't you know that's the same move from Hotline Bling? You know what I'm saying? He did that. You ain't seeing the Easter eggs. Maybe you just not woke enough. Maybe you need to wake up a little bit. That's the problem. You just like that surface level hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't need you don't like things that have layers. So here we are. Hidden messages, little shots here and there. If you know, you knows. A lot of if you knows, you knows. It all wrapped up in the form of something that'll rage bait the shit out of the internet. Him laying on the bed with the blonde white girl, asking stupid questions, not even catching the play. Half of the stuff that he's saying to her is going over her head. And we get all of the quote unquote, the Easter eggs. Ooh. Easter eggs. Am I reaching with that? Right? Bobby Althoff is Drake's Not Like Us video. No? Come on, gang. Somebody work with me over here. I'm saying we got to find out about his opinions and how he felt about the braids and all that, response. Right? We got to find out about the nail painting and all that type of stuff. He gets into the bots and all that. Easter eggs. Very Kendrick Lamar-esque. Maybe you just ain't picking up what he's putting down. It's okay. You just not you got to look into use your third eye.
Oh, you did not. Don't even say that and make people think you did that. You wouldn't do that. That's evil. But you did. You doing that was like you removing your
cosign.
Yeah, of me, I guess. And people were like, why would I? If he doesn't even fuck with her, I'm not going to. And it was pretty hard after that to try to figure out how to make my way in the world without with people not knowing, because people thought it was bigger too than it was.
Science.
Yeah.
People thought what happened between us was something I don't know. We had something bigger. So many things.
Like what? What's the top 3 conspiracies?
Well, the top conspiracy for why it got removed from YouTube is that
Hold on. Let me just set it up for you guys, because I know you guys. Oh, listen, man. I know this, but y'all, the way y'all acting, y'all ain't seeing the Easter eggs. You know what I'm saying? Third eye ain't completely open like that. You know what I'm saying? But I got you. All right. Okay. Easter egg on the way.
Played Tyga's song and then they removed it. That didn't happen.
That's Savv4x.
We
don't know, right? We don't know. With the shit that these guys have going on right now.
Who?
Fuck
What
yeah,
guys?
I don't know. They're doing this to this song, they're doing that to that song, and taking songs they're here and doing it. I don't know.
I don't know anything about
any names. I'm just saying.
Okay.
There's a lot going on in the music industry. God only knows. Tyga might have pulled that plug. You know what I
No,
mean?
oh, it just happened to line up with the
You know,
day that
Tyga
you
did a show in Russia last night, I think.
did. He
Yeah, at
You
a
would
mega
know that.
stadium.
Russia.
Should we pull it up?
probably, so we can get this one.
My
get the
son
10
just called me
seconds.
off his iPad.
How adorable.
Right?
He's here, right?
Awesome. He is. Let's go to Tyga's gram real quick. It's gonna take a minute to load up. Obviously, he's in Russia, so he doesn't have.
It's not his service you're using to load his Instagram.
You never know.
Okay, I
You
feel
never
like I
know.
do know a little bit.
With everything that these guys got going on, right?
Was that your no? Nothing going on with anyone
No, I'm saying just within the
with the music, with the Tigers.
I'm just saying, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of shit going on. Maybe you don't know about, but we'll never know, right?
No. Are you
Don't worry, Drake. She's not the third eye. You know what I'm saying? She's not using all of the chakras and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't deep like us, fam.
gonna pull it up?
I am.
They're not like us.
At this point, this
I'm
is like
trying.
actually.
Okay, let me stop. Oh shit, man. Let me stop. I'm doing too much. the not like us was just too much. All right. Let me pull it back a little bit. All right. I play too much, man. I promised one day I'll grow up. Okay. Somebody asked the question here, and let me address this. All right. And hold on, just before I address this, y'all caught the Easter egg right there, right? Don't make me have to explain the joke. All right. So this guy says, and this is the bro Eddie Kane says, y'all supporting men painting their nails. Listen, bro, I'm not a fan. All right. Me letting you guys know or whatever, I'm not a fan. I'm never going to be like, well, because Drake did it, it's cool. Like, nah, bro. Fire. I get it. All right. I understand how y'all feel. I feel the same way. But I'm not in the YN world anymore. You know what I'm saying? Drizzy's still kind of in the YN world. Him and Yachty be hanging out. You know what I'm saying? The YNs, that's what they do. Let me show y'all something. All right. I got it. My fade is okay still. This is my hair. It's low. That's a low fade. These YNs, all of their hair be up in the air. All of their shit go up in the air, bro. It's either like some super mop or like the afro, but the afro with the super bumpy afro. They'll be having the dreads with the wicks. Everything goes up. As soon as when you're a YN in these days and times, everything go up. Right? So I look at these niggas and I'm just like, I just can't keep up. I'm not him. I'm washed. The nigga ain't washed. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have the updo. Okay? That's the only thing I can call it is an updo. But they be doing the nails. I seen a post on Instagram where a whole bunch of Atlanta niggas is wearing dresses and shit like that, like YNs. You know what I'm saying? It's a young nigga world, bro. I'm not in the young nigga world. I'm not saying that he is because he's an older man as well, but like he's still part of the young nigga world. So again, right? Carol, 8K jeans. Shit is super baggy now. It's not the skinny jeans no more. All right? Y'all niggas do your thing, bro. I'll do my commentary and whatever. I don't have to condone of it. Y'all do you. I'm an old head, washed and whatever. So that's my answer to the nail polish thing. All right? I'm sorry. It's kind of not of an answer.
Is it dragging?
No, I'm just. What are you doing?
I don't have data. I'm trying to.
You don't? Oh, it's on SOS for me, so I couldn't.
I'm trying to pull up Tyga's Instagram. My FYP page is just all Rhea Ripley.
I don't know who that is.
She's a wrestler.
The industry's turning niggas gay.
Like my muse,
crazy.
Is she?
Yeah, but she's
what?
I'm the opposite of probably everything that she likes in life. I can't pull up. I can't.
I've got it.
Broccoli haircut is
obviously
wild.
you have it. It's direct. It's You have an Ethernet connection to his Instagram.
Yes. What are we looking at exactly?
I don't know. I just wanted to see if there's any highlights from his show last night is he? No, he's at the Breezy Bowl 3 days ago. I heard he did a Touch and Globe. Where else to go? Pretty girls listen to Tyga. Is that true?
I don't know. Probably there has to be the girls who do.
Oh, well, maybe I was wrong.
Maybe you were wrong. What was the point of you bringing that up?
I don't know. Shards.
You just miss him?
What was that? I don't even understand that word, bro.
I don't know. Probably there has to be the girls who do.
Oh, well, maybe I was wrong.
Maybe you were wrong. What was the point of you bringing that up?
I don't know. Shards.
You just miss him?
What the fuck is that word? Shards? Shots? Okay, y'all might be kind of right about the white shit right there, because he's using words that I've never heard before, fam. Shots? Shots. Shots. All right. Is there a diss to the tagger in there? All right. Like, okay, you know, I take back what I said before about y'all not being woke enough. You know what I'm saying? Because I need y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, is there a diss to tagger in there? Tagger, right? I said tagger with a hard ER. My bad. Is there a diss to tagger in there in what he's saying, or is he bigging up tagger? Is he giving him a backhanded compliment? I'm not. I just don't understand. I read the Twitch. Everything's popping up over here. Big salute to Quran Benji. He says, "Do you read the Twitch?" I'm right here with you, brother. I'm right here. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know. Is there a shot to Tyga in there that I'm missing? You know, did he get too deep with the Easter eggs for me to even catch that one right there?
Oh, maybe this is it. No, that's June 2nd.
Okay.
Shout out to T-Raw.
Yes.
Oh,
What chair was that?
so is T-Rel running around the room when this happened? Because I don't know if y'all caught that. Shout out to T-Rel. What you mean? Shout out to T-Rel. Isn't T-Rel with the ops? I don't know if y'all are catching that right there. Told you, man. It's going too deep for y'all, man. Did he say T-Raw? Come on. Listen, it's right here. Let me pull it back.
Is that true?
I don't.
I don't know. Shards.
You just miss him?
Oh, maybe this is it. No, that's June 2nd.
Okay.
Shout out to T-Raw.
He
Yeah.
said shout out to T-Rel, who used to work with Tag. Thank you. Holy shit, man. I heard what I heard. Or did he call him T-Raw? Is that Tagger's name? Because listen, bro, don't do this, man.
I don't know. Shards.
You just miss him?
Oh, maybe this is it. No, that's June 2nd.
Okay.
Shout out to T-Raw.
Okay, my bad. They called him T-Raw. 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 Okay, my bad. I thought he said T-Rel. Okay, maybe I'm reaching now. Now I'm looking for too many Easter eggs. It's all that Kendrick music. I'm playing. I fuck with Kendrick's music. Don't come for me. All right.
Yeah.
What chair was that?
What chair?
Were you about to buy a chair?
No, I got a little apartment that to be used as an office. So my dad is building my.
Mini burgers.
Oh, mini burgers?
Hold
on.
I do.
I'm sorry, and I'm really glad that
I'm sorry too. How cute is that?
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's so cutie.
Thanks.
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, you are?
I'm sorry.
I appreciate that you're sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
I'm sorry, and I'm really glad that
He leaned in with the Canadian. Sorry.
I'm sorry too.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry too. It's more rosé coming in.
Looks very nice. You need that. You need that.
What for the apology?
No, just in general. I've never seen someone ice rosé, but
You never seen someone ice rosé?
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk to every
Drink.
jeweler in Miami that has fake diamonds.
Really, they do that?
Nobody got that joke.
Oh.
I got it, man.
Can I get that? Can I get that rosé, please?
Y'all didn't get it, man. I got it, bro. I'm telling you, man. That's that drunken master style. All right? Do you guys even know what the hell I'm talking about? You guys, I'm gonna get a goddamn copyright for this shit. And there's liquor in one of these things, okay? It was right here. Right here. Ah, here we go. Here we go. My bad. Uh-oh. When he gets the liquor, when the liquor's in the system, ain't no telling. Yo, the man leaned forward with his body, fam. All right, the moves are messy, but they hit. All right, just to give you guys some context. And I'm not saying that Drake's out here slithery drunk, but he's doing this,
you know?
This roundabout style where he's not saying something, but then actually he does say something. That's that drunken master style. You know what I'm saying? It's like you feel like he's all over the place, but then it's like, bam, hit Rick Ross right in the head with a diss.
They'll put a negative spin on it and try and tell me, you know, that it's a self-serving thing or whatever. And I think I get really sensitive about that. And I think at that moment I was just like, well, you know what? Then don't even worry about it. And so I was extremely short. And then afterwards I was just really, really snappy. And yeah, I don't think I put myself in your shoes. And I think I wrote you a really, really tough message one time about like being yourself, and like afterwards about just like, it wasn't intended to be rude. I could come together. I think it changed a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
It changed a lot of things like on TikTok. It changed a lot of things like in the streaming world. Like it made people more comfortable to go sit down with somebody that they've never sat down with before, you know, like not
actually. Could you pull strings so we're not stuck there all weekend or something?
I try my best.
I don't think you would. I think you would.
Substance abusers. I try my best.
We were not the only.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're the first people.
Absolute 10 out of 10. Obviously, you literally get pulled up like the.
Then why didn't you just let her in?
We don't know her either, you know? And it's like, God, well, based on her track record, would we let her in or not? You know what I mean? She's fucking probably got a wanted poster out for
Leave her alone.
The whole UK.
Did you know everyone else in there?
No, I did. We didn't know. Look, my security just saw you and you were like dressed like,
yeah.
You were like on your.
You've dropped so many names since we sat down.
I have?
You're like, yeah, Future, when they put him through, I could do the same thing too. They're like, you said when he had to go through.
Okay, hold on. Right here's another part.
Do you know him?
Dave Grutman, yeah.
His wife.
Wow.
This off her hand.
Wow.
What?
Name drop.
Dave Grutman.
I don't know. Sorry. Whoa. Grutman's wife.
I didn't say like.
You know Jeff Bezos?
I think
His
he's gonna be
wife,
so flattered you just put him
His
as.
wife just
Yeah.
told me that.
That was the least name droppy thing I could do. You've dropped so many names since we sat down.
I have.
You're like, yeah, Future, when they put him through, I could do the same thing too. You're like, when he said when he had to go through the little thing.
My manager.
I don't really. That's not a celebrity.
No, well, it is another guy, but
What were they talking about off the scene? Because none of this happened in this interview. Future's name was not mentioned at any time during this interview. So what were they talking about BTS for her to bring up Future? And listen, let me just say this quick. Y'all I even said this earlier in the interview, like she's just over there clueless. She doesn't know what's going on. I doubt that either. All right. So I'll even take that back from my own take. I don't think she's sitting there clueless. She knows what, things to volley for him to spike. And, they both knew what they were doing when it came to this interview. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I know they were talking about Future the Prince, but her even, mixing things up. Weren't you talking about Future and blah, blah, blah? It's like, why did you even bring up that nigga name?
How would I know that there are two different Futures in this world?
you've been around us for how many days?
No one's even talked to us in these days we've been here. I think we've said a word to a couple people on your team. We've been
Who's your favorite person
on your team that we've hung out with. The only two we've really talked to. Actually, there's a third one that I don't remember his name, but okay, CJ.
Yeah.
Mike.
I got arrested in Sweden.
Let's stop there for a second. Did y'all know this nigga got arrested in Sweden? Because that's just the wildest way to even bring this information to the public. And he proceeds to meander and go all around before they get back to why he was even arrested in Sweden. But that happened.
To show.
I've been here since 5 o'clock.
I got arrested in Sweden.
That's okay. I forgive you. They'll forgive you too.
I don't know if they will.
Do you not think they will?
I spent a pretty long time in jail.
3 days.
9 hours.
Was it fun? Are you happy you went just for the experience?
No.
They're
it
not
wasn't
nice
good because
there?
I got arrested for nothing.
What was it?
Apparently, we did a private party, and like one of the guys, like the officers, his girl came to the private party, and they just wanted to, but they arrested me way too aggressive, and they arrested me for nothing.
How long ago?
Like 3 years ago. So it's gonna be
kind of recent.
Oh yeah, no, his girl's coming back out for sure.
You're inviting her?
If I can find her.
That sounds so taken, creepy.
Should we ride it in the darkness?
I didn't say, would you?
I don't know. Because what does that mean? What we throw
Getting
up, we
married.
get dressed up and we throw a party.
I imagine like that's she's O cup. So what the fuck is an O cup?
Like
Forever goth.
Oh,
it's like not like
the goth bitches. I don't want to get into the goth bitches part.
Loved
by a goth body.
Yeah.
Okay. Real. There's no way that.
Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah. I would for sure.
It back. When did I give it that? You wanted to give that.
Yeah.
That's not what it's giving.
What am I giving?
People think you got a procedure done.
Really?
So let's get into the ab stuff because everybody was talking about BBL Drizzy. He posted a picture. I didn't even report on it because I'm not reporting on man's abs. Pause. Right? But there was the whole talk about did this guy get surgery and all type of stuff. So it gets addressed here.
No. Because you're like, oh, like, are your abs real?
Why are you acting like that's not a question everyone has?
But like yours, you're asking it more like, oh, like, are your
when did I ever? You can play it back. When did I give it that? You wanted to give that.
Yeah.
That's not what it's giving.
What am I giving?
People think you got a procedure done.
Really?
You know.
Procedure?
Yeah, an ab one.
Really?
Yeah. Did you do that?
No.
Is that a thing?
I'm sure it is.
Why do you know that?
Because people do it all the time.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
You've never done that?
No.
Okay.
People also say that I got a BBL, right? They call me BBL Drizzy. So.
Oh, that's true. Did
I don't
you?
know if my like wagon looked crazy when I walked in here, but did it?
You got a BBL and you got your abs sculpted?
Did you? Did it? Do I have a fatty?
I didn't look at your body when you walked in here.
Do you want me to 360?
I don't.
So then, like, if it didn't stand out to you,
no, me personally, I've never looked at you and thought.
Just like I think it was just like I came from the gym. I was sweaty in that pic. Maybe I like went on Facetune and like put like details up, you know, and you can like make it.
Don't even admit to that much. Then
sorry,
you
just being
Facetuned it.
Yeah, I was like maybe I like heightened the like saturation or something on it.
Okay.
I think I like hit it too hard. I hit it too hard.
Yeah.
They don't look like that. You saw them.
Don't make that weird. We just tried to record this and it didn't go well.
Well, no, you asked me to see them the other day.
In like during an interview, not because I was trying.
This is our first interview. I don't know what she's talking about. We have no other interview. She asked me to see my abs, and I showed them to her.
In person, I got. Should we play? As soon as I saw.
Play what? There's
run
nothing to play, honey.
Should we run it back?
Oh, holy shit! I ain't mad at it. Again, I'll say this. It wasn't what the people wanted, you know, for him to sit down with Ebro or sit down with Elliot or even sit down with We Love Hip Hop and get the hard hitting questions. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the banter. Somebody said something, but why do you keep on going to random parts of the interview? Do you think that we're going to sit here and watch the whole hour and a half in succession and stop and start for the whole hour and a half, bro? We got a lot of shit to get to. I don't know where that comment is, but salute to you though. Same way. Same way.
It's nothing. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking.
Yeah, we were just. The first thing I did when I got off the plane was like, "Can I see your abs?" Yeah. And then you were like,
"Damn, it looks good. They just don't look like
you're
that."
So hot.
You were like, "They look good. They just don't look like Underground
Nation. That's exactly what happened. He's so smart, and I hope that becomes the next thing people say about me. Everything I say, no matter how minor it seems, will just like follow me probably for the rest of my life. So I have to tread carefully when I talk to you.
Okay. Well, you want to bring out the bangers now? Yeah. Do you have any questions?
No, I know I meant like I better not tell them that it's my daughter's second birthday today, and I better not tell them. I don't know what else did I say.
Leaving on your daughter's first birthday was a slapper.
I did not think that. Do you think I would have left that in the final edit?
This guy said, leaving on your daughter's first birthday was a slapper. Oh, man. OVO ZZ, for real? That's how you feel? And you got OVO in your name. It says, sorry, but Bobbi and Drake interview was boring. Who would you rather see Drake do an interview with? And let me know in the comments, not only you, OVO ZZ, but anybody else. Let me know who else you want to see, or who would you have rather Drake do an interview with. All right. The man said, you skipping the birth of your daughter was a slapper.
If I thought it was going to follow me forever.
Listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said it in the interview.
I know.
She's one. It's like
12 months old.
No, I'm just saying it's not like she's not going to remember the childhood trauma that you caused her until she watches these interviews back. And that
is childhood trauma is crazy. No. Do you want to rephrase this nicely?
No, you're a great mom.
I don't think that's gonna. Do you think that's what they're gonna cut? They're gonna cut just you saying I'm a great mom, or do you think the clip will be the mattress?
You were asking for like the first flight out. Like you're like, I have to get back to my kids. You were just pumping out.
Oh my God.
That pure white. Was that approved to say it?
Okay. So, and we're almost done here, right? We're about an hour and 5 minutes into the interview. I've condensed it into the most important sound bites that were in the interview. This is why I keep on clipping forward and going to the parts, because I watched the interview completely in succession yesterday or a couple of days ago, and I took mental notes of where all the important parts are. So here's where there's a little bit of another bit of drunken master over here. You know what I'm saying? Shots at Kendrick and not LA, but we get to find out Drake's feelings about him traveling back to America, because he's been touring all over the place. He's in Italy currently. He was in Sweden the other day, or Switzerland, I think. right? So like the man's doing his European thing, but he hasn't been back to America.
Very big fan of your music.
Was that approved to say?
Hold on, let me pull it back a little bit.
Very big fan of your music.
Oh, you were.
You're also a good parent.
Thank you.
I'll let you have that too.
Thank you. That's really sweet.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do about our
That's
kids.
fine.
I feel like
That's
we
fine.
should.
You don't know too many details, so it's fine.
I don't know a lot about you. I have limited knowledge of you to this day. I still don't really know your music. I couldn't listen to it for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Which they play your music kind of everywhere, but none of my friends have for 2 years now.
That's a lot.
None of my friends have played your music for 2 years. She said that right to the man's face. All right. And remember, I mentioned Lexi in the beginning of this segment right here. Okay. Let's get back to Lexi.
They just don't do it around you.
They
play it.
I don't
play it
think
religiously.
Maybe not my like closest friends though.
Maybe not though. Your friends are from LA. They've probably been off it for the last little bit, to be honest.
Maybe for no reason in particular, you know.
Yeah, I feel like
but they
Lexi.
didn't.
I feel like I could go back in Lexi's story archive and probably find some sketchy stuff. Maybe.
No.
I'm gonna find out
Couldn't.
later.
Do you know Lexi's a very big fan of your music?
Was that approved?
Y'all have to say that over there in LA?
Do they? Lex?
Why would she not?
A very big fan
of your music.
I don't know. She's like,
What did you say?
Those words never came out right now.
Wow.
Never mind.
Okay.
She enjoys listening to your music.
Okay. So like a little, you rounded it off a little bit. Okay.
Yeah,
Not very
she
big.
doesn't want,
Yeah.
Rounded
tomato
off.
tomato. She
Right.
likes your music.
What did you? Are you? You're from LA, right? Huh? Like born and raised
Yeah.
I mean, in the area.
in the area.
What are you getting at?
No, I was just asking. I was asking in the area. Okay. Nobody wants to claim it now. Though.
I'm sure she's.
Nobody wants to claim it now, huh? Oh man, I'm entertained.
Still listen to you, but I'm not like.
Nobody wants to bang it around the gang, huh? In the area.
Claim what?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Touche.
What are you trying to say?
No, it's all good.
Did anything?
I know where I'm from. From that 6. Man, if you ask me, I'm throwing that shit in your
Is that
face.
Toronto?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm throwing that shit up in my fucking face.
Are you proud that you're from Toronto?
Yeah.
What's happening here? I need to see this again.
Toronto. She
Right.
likes your music.
What did you? Are you? You're from LA, right? Huh?
Huh?
Like born and raised
Yeah.
I mean, in the area.
in the area.
What are you getting at?
No, I was just asking. I was asking in the area. Okay. Nobody wants
Okay. Okay.
to claim it now. Though.
I'm sure she still listened to you, but I'm not like.
Nobody wants to bang it around the gang, huh? In
No.
the area.
Claim what?
No, nothing.
Okay. What are you trying to say?
No, it's all good.
Did anything?
I know where I'm from. From that 6. Man, if you ask me, I'm throwing that shit in your
Is that
face.
Toronto?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
throwing that shit up in my fucking face.
Are you proud that you're from Toronto?
Yep.
You are?
Gang, what accent is that? Okay, because he did an accent right there. Right? When he's I throw that shit in your fucking face. I feel like he was trying to mimic a little bit of an LA accent right there. All right. B Sweezy 209 says that white girl ain't no member. Right? Only the members understand. Oh, is that the Memphis accent? All right. 222 says this is spooky as hell. I know, right? Just a dark ass room. It's like, yo, are we watching something that we, do you want us to leave the room? Like, wagwan. Anyhow.
You still live there?
Yeah.
Did you have an LA house?
I do currently.
I thought you sold it.
I'm trying. You want to buy it?
Yeah.
It's 81 million.
Let me just buy that.
Okay.
Do you want to give it to me?
Nope.
Okay. Well, then I guess we're not.
Maybe after this, we'll see how this goes.
How much is your house in Toronto?
Easter egg. Maybe after this. We'll see how this goes. All right. So I gotta stop it for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I gotta stop it for y'all just to catch the Easter eggs. Y'all are so used to watching Kendrick Lamar. Oh, let me look for the Easter eggs in the Kendrick Lamar video. But there's bare Easter eggs over here. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole dozen eggs over here, at least. So let me explain, all right, for the people, because y'all not using the third eye. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't using your third eye. You ain't using that shit. So maybe after this, we'll see how this goes, right? He might give her the crib. And this is just opinion, all right? This is not from no conversations or whatever with Drake. In my opinion, this is a money play for him. They're both making money off of this. There's a complete split of money that's going on here. It's probably not a 50-50 split. It's probably more like a 30-70 split, 70% going to Drake and 30% going to her, and be happy that, you were able to sit in the room with me and talk to me on camera. You're welcome. Dare I say, I'll even push that shit further. Pause. 90% I keep the money, and you can keep 10% of the money. All right? We'll even let you keep it on your YouTube channel. All right? However, if we really cake up off of this, I might get you, I might get you something nice. You know what I'm saying? But to me, that's direct evidence that this is a money play for Drake also, because a lot of people are saying, oh, obviously, he probably signed her. Yeah, that's a lot of speculation. But the man saying, depending on how this goes, I might give you my crib. This is her interview. This is her interview for her channel. So after she leaves, what that got to do with him? Unless there's some kind of a profit split. All right? Be Sweezy, yo, chill. Said each Easter egg has a side of fruit to it. I didn't say it, man. It's these guys, man. They're rough on you, Drake.
Is that off the record? Is that not something that's public?
Yeah, I don't know.
It has to be more than your side house.
True.
Why are you?
I bought a ranch in Texas. That's my spot right now.
$100 million ranch in Texas?
Not quite. It will be one day.
What are you doing with that? You're gonna put a bunker on it?
No, it's not really my vibe.
You don't want a bunker?
A bunker? No, it's.
Do all rich people have bunkers? I imagine them too. You don't have one?
No.
What are you gonna do if the world just goes south right now and there's a disaster? Where do you go? Do you have a rich person place you're gonna go to?
Where would I go if the world was going?
I don't know. Not
okay. I think we're done here. There's 22 more minutes, or about 20 more minutes in here. There's the end here where he gives one more little.
And to heal
he has a whole message here where there is some Easter eggs in the message, I guess. So we can play the message.
whatever we do is going to set the precedent for every interview after. So just what are you thinking? That's not what I want.
Yo, what the fuck, bro? What are you doing? That was cringe. I gotta say that, bro. And I bro, you're my bro, man. But yo, you know them ones there? Like, oh, I thought, it's dark in here. It's lights low. Skin looking glowing a little bit. The tan's looking okay.
Whatever we do is going to set the precedent for every interview after. So just what are you thinking? That's not what I
Oh man, that was good. Woo. Man, them. Everybody's had that moment, so don't even act like you're too cool for this shit, bro. Look at the pause. Look at this freeze frame. Shysters, but I don't care. We got bombed it, nigga. I don't care if it was supposed to be staged. Like, this nigga knew what he was doing. He said, let me go get me the cringiest moment so that you guys can clip this shit up. But yo, if she leans in, we got one. Kiss on camera. If she don't, hey, I tried, yo. What's the how's the saying go? Nothing tried, nothing done. This nigga reached in.
I want to happen.
Yo, his face. Yo, this nigga's the GOAT.
Every single interview. Can you imagine that being the thing?
Title card.
Did you say any last words? This is
Curbed.
I will say this.
He will say this.
There will come a time in your life where it's easier to do the smaller thing, the petty thing, maybe even the wrong thing. But the much more rewarding experience is to be the bigger person or to be the bigger people and to heal anything that you've ever gone through and enjoy the benefits of a positive, rebuilt, reinforced connection with somebody that I guarantee you have a soft spot for in your heart.
Is that about me?
Yeah.
Okay. So she took everything that he said from there and was like, yo, what about the part about me? All right, we're done with this. Salute to Drizzy Drake. I see a lot of y'all saying this is a boring interview. I don't agree, but I do understand what y'all are saying. And this is why I'm here to do the reaction. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the reaction might be as less boring than what people thought the interview was, even though I didn't think the interview was boring. No blazing. So let's put a little N right here because they left us in for a reason.
Best friend.
Thanks
So much for this. I appreciate it. Thanks for
get your ass out of Europe.
Flights. I can't wait to get out of Europe.
Lexi, you can stay.
Oh, no, I missed the part. Where is the part? Where the man just decides to, or did they take it out?
Yeah. And I'm really happy.
I guess they did. There was a little part where he was doing his little, Drizzy, eat. Oh, it's right here.
Best friend.
Thanks
So much for this. I appreciate it. Thanks for
get your ass out of Europe.
Flights. I can't wait to get out of Europe.
Lexi, you can stay.
You know what? Yeah, man. Fuck. Well, all y'all pussies, man. For real, man. I see y'all boys outside when I see y'all, man. For real, man. On some real shit outside, some body shit, man. I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all, man. For real, you know, I got hope. For real, real talk.
I don't know if you should have done all that.
Yeah.
This nigga's with the smoke, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know that's the ATL accent that he was putting on right there. You know what I'm saying? Another little Easter egg. They kind of snuck it in the end of the interview. You know, for the non-woke people, when it faded to black, y'all would have just stopped the video. But, you know, I had to do my due diligence. I said, wait a minute. There's another 30 seconds right there. There might be another Easter egg that I got to bring to the audience. And that's what I did. I got your back. All right. So salute to Drizzy Drake. Let me know. Let me just check on the poll. Pause before we move on here. I asked, was the Drake interview a W? 43% of y'all say yes, and 57% of y'all say no. Damn. Well, I guess the people were not feeling the interview, Drizzy. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this, and salute to Drake and Bobbi Althoff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Easter Friday, yo, I should have thought of that before, bro. That's why Drake was dressed up like that. He had his good Easter clothes on. You know what I'm saying? He knew he was going to be dropping some Easter eggs. But I will say this as far as Drake and his comeback, because he's strategically found a way to keep his name in the news cycle. And I think he probably bounced back. All right. I'll ask in the chat over here. I'll ask in the quick poll. Did Drake bounce back? And obviously bouncing back from the whole Kendrick Lamar and beef that he had last year, the Not Like Us, the reputation that was going around about him. People were calling him a PDF and stranger danger and all kind of stupid shit. All right. But I feel like he strategically found a way to keep his name relevant, love or hate, and eventually bounced back. And I'll tell you a list of the different things that he did. So starting with the 100 gigs. All right. He used the 100 gigs to restore the feeling. Because there was a few, people were doubting him. They were down on him. They were like, bro, this guy he's out of here. This is the end of this nigga's career. You know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of hate going on around the time when he dropped the 100 gigs. So he dropped the 100 gigs so that he could restore the feeling. Y'all remember when I used to be in the studio, me and 40, me and Hush, give you some behind the scenes of some things that y'all never even seen before. They just released it all with some music. Whether the music stuck or not, because people will say, yo, the music didn't even stick. What happened to Red, Blue, Green? All that shit to me is to the side. You know what I'm saying? But the 100 gigs was a way to, quote unquote, restore the feeling and let people remember why they loved Drake in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And then he followed up with the lawsuit. The lawsuit really pissed a lot of people off. And to be honest, it still has a lot of people divided on, Drake and whether that was a hip hop move. But one thing that it did do, it started questioning the validity of Kendrick Lamar and whether they actually achieved the sales or the virality of the song through nefarious means or whether it came through organic means. All right. It started planting the seed in people's brains. The fact that he's still going forward with the lawsuit, love it or hate it, the fact that he's still going through with the lawsuit, it's positioning him in as the underdog versus the big bad record label, right? But it's like poking holes in the armor of Kendrick Lamar by saying, well, I don't know if these guys are valid. He mentioned it in the interview, these guys are boosting shit, using bots and stuff like that. He's stuck on that shit. No matter what people say about, oh, you use bots too, you benefited from the same system that you're up against now. Like, no matter what that is, he's still going forward with it. So the lawsuit, another play. All right. And it's definitely every different part of the lawsuit, every time there's some kind of deposition or whatever different legal slangs that has to keep the lawsuit moving forward. It's another update. It's another headline. It's another bunch of YouTube videos. It keeps the man's name relevant. Now, while all of this is going on, Kendrick Lamar, he came out with the Not Like Us song. It did its thing. He did the Super Bowl. He collected a shitload of Grammys. Everything's beautiful. He went on tour. And listen, this is not an indictment on Kendrick Lamar. This is Drake making sure that Kendrick Lamar didn't take him off his top spot. All right. So while he's out there doing his thing, he announces the big tour, world tour. He comes to Toronto. People are screaming, Not Like Us. All that shit happened. Cool. However, now, boom, Drake starts the Iceman rollout. And the Iceman rollout was accompanied with him going on tour. All right. In the two different things, The tour is happening simultaneously or start at the same time as Kendrick Lamar's tour, where after a while, people are like, yo, look at all that Drake footage. Look at all that Drake footage from tours. You know what I'm saying? He did the Wireless Festival. The Wireless Festival had a bunch of different things going on. And, you know, he bought out all the streamers, all of the different things to distract people from what's going on with Kendrick Lamar. Follow me. Y'all following what I'm saying right here? Because I feel like this was a very strategic thing, piece by piece, to make sure that anytime even Kendrick Lamar had something that was newsworthy, he was stepping on that shit. You feel me? I'll even talk about different things that I didn't even mention when I wrote this shit down because I was like, this nigga's a genius, or their team's genius. But linking with the streamers and doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Kai, you know, he was supposed to do the thing with Kai Cenat. That didn't happen, right? But Aiden Ross and the kick streams with all of the gambling and all that type of stuff. That's all stuff that's helping to bring that different generation of people, you know, more people from the audience, build a different demographic at the same time as Kendrick Lamar is doing his thing. Right? Day Young says, all missteps in my opinion. Yes and no, because there's a lot of stuff that makes you question, like, why the hell is he doing this? That's cringe. That's whack. But we're still talking about this nigga. We're still talking about the battle in some kind of form of capacity, because when he's dropping the songs, he's dropping like, you know, what did I miss and all these different things. So like, even for the people who want to get over the battle, he's not going to let you get over the battle. You know what I'm saying? How could the people I love hang out with pussies who tried me? Like, that's a direct shot, even without saying Kendrick's name. So all of this stuff is just different things to like continue to keep his trajectory on the up while stepping on Kendrick's name. Okay, the streamers, and then last but not least, the Bobbi Althoff interview. While everybody's talking about, yo, what is Drake gonna say? Can we get an interview from this guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy doesn't do anything with the culture. He's hanging out with Morgan Wallen. He still found a way to play the algorithm, get a bunch of people's attention, rage bait at the same time because we're in the big 2025. And then boom, he's got the Bobbi Althoff interview. And then tomorrow there's the Iceman 3 video that's going to be dropping on YouTube. I don't know, bro. I don't know when's the last time we talked about Kendrick. Okay. And I don't know if it might not even be a thing where Kendrick even wants to be talked about. He did his thing. The world tour ended and he went about his business, made a shitload of money and went back home. That's Kendrick's thing. Okay. But as far as like taking him off of or taking Drake off the throne, you know, letting the party die, there's a whole new era going on. And that's happening. Lyricism is getting back to the forefront. And I love that. Okay. But as far as the whole shift of the culture and now Kendrick's going to be the new king of the culture, I think that was a pipe dream for a lot of Kendrick fans. All right. Or I don't even think it was Kendrick fans. Drake, people who didn't like Drake. You know what I'm saying? Because for him to quote unquote dethrone Drake as the number one rapper in the game, that means he's going to have the same consistency. He's going to have to not be outside, but at least show his presence and show up online, do interviews, be talked about, be scrutinized, all those different things that it takes to be the number one guy. Things that Jay-Z was dealing with pre-social media. You know what I'm saying? So I'll say good plan. We'll see. The anticipation is there now for the Iceman album. You guys in the chat, you're not going to act like you're not going to go at least hear what the Iceman album sounds like. Hear if he's going to be taking any shots at Kendrick. All those different things, you're going to go check it out. All right. I forgot to mention the album that he did with Homeboy with Party Next Door. All right. But all of those are different chess pieces to keep this man's name relevant all the way through while his name was getting dragged through the mud. And yeah, I still hear it here and there. Oh yeah, you know, Drake, go away, all that type of shit. But it's really like whispers in comparison to last year, like March, April type shit. You know what I'm saying? Or sorry, back in June last year. So salute to Drizzy Drake. And yeah, man, keep doing your thing, bro. I'm like, keep doing your thing like he's a Toronto rapper on the come up. But yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to some of the more underground guys in the scene. Lococity is free. Big salute to Lococity. I feel like we've covered Lococity being freed up on the podcast or a few times now. Over the last 2 years, he was incarcerated, or he got out after a long stint, and then he got locked up again. Just to give you guys some references of who Lococity is, and we're not going to spend super long on the who came in and who went out stories. These are like quick hitters, we'll call them. Let's pull up Lococity. I'll probably have to chop this out of the replay later. Is this the music video?
Gunfire around 1:30 Friday afternoon. I think I gotta work cause I miss my court. Most of you niggas part. I send you to the store.
All right, so Lococity, he's back on road. There was an incident that I reported on not too long ago where he had gotten freed up because the police were wrongfully accusing him. There was a lot of racial profiling that was going on. You know what I'm saying? And he was home. Everything was cool. He was on the ankle bracelet. He had dropped some new music videos. I feel like it was like last year that he dropped the music video. Let me see if I could find that. Let's see what we could find here. And a big salute to Lococity. Welcome home, brother, if you see this. One day I will drop that Lococity interview that I have in the tuck. Damn, when's the last time he dropped a music video? Let me see. Let me go on his channel here. Did he take the video down 10 months ago? Swap out.
Go out wildin', I did my time and I came home. Don't ask me if I'm silent. My wrist flooded with diamonds. Don't ask if it's a problem. You
let me play a little bit more.
Better get it poppin'. My bro gon' up and fire it. Swap out on the hood like fa. Swap out on the hood like ra.
All right. Eritrean brother, you know what I'm saying? He kind of got Nipsey Hussle in the face. But yeah, man, salute to Lococity. He's home now. He had broken his probation last year or beginning of this year, if I'm not mistaken. He had broken his probation. I don't know exactly what it was, if there was a new charge that was involved in there. Do I have the news story? But he's home now. Hopefully, he can get back to where he was before, because even look at this, 10 months ago, this video has 283,000 views on it. So people were definitely in anticipation of him coming home. And that's great for Toronto views here. Let me see if I can find the arrest story. Arrested. Let me see if I can find my own. 7 months ago, arrested again. What was the reason?
We love hip hop.
Unfortunately, he's in a situation right now. He got arrested back in, let me see.
Wow, like December 3rd or something?
No, it was December 27th.
Oh my gosh.
So just a couple days after Christmas. We had just done a story on him a few days ago where we're looking at him and in the crib with his kid. You know what I'm saying? He had just dropped new music. He was about to start ramping up again, and now he's let me see what they have him on. So yeah, he was locked up around Christmas time last year. Damn. Well, salute to him. Welcome home. Like I said, hopefully he can get back to prominence as far as this music scene. The music scene is kind of down bad right now, bro. So it would be good to get, it would be refreshing to get some new music from somebody who we've loved his music from time. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys right now, they're not dropping, or if they are, it's not doing as well as it was. And some of these guys, bro, They're into too much bullshit. They're all locked up, all types of shit, himself included, right? So salute to Lococity. Welcome home. I'll leave that there. I want to get to this Moula First stuff here. Because Moula First has been in his share of issues. He came over to the podcast a few months ago. There was a wild interview that he did where, you know, he jumped on the table, all kind of crazy shit. But after all of that, there was a posting of him on the news. People were looking, I guess the Toronto police were saying that they were looking for him and that he was on the run. Let me see if I can find, let's just go look up Moula First and see what pops up when we just look under his name here. Because this shit is a motherfucker, right? Like, once you catch too many L's, it could change the algorithm. So at least I'm not seeing like bad stuff in the algorithm. I'm seeing more music than anything. Let's refine the search. Okay, so this is when the cops were looking for him.
Police searching for a man in connection with an assault investigation.
30-year-old Javon Smith is accused of assaulting an individual or person on February 10th in the Pape and Danforth Avenue area. He's facing several charges, including assault by choking, and failing to comply with an undertaking. Smith is described as 5'11" with a thin build and short black hair. Anyone with information is asked to contact police.
All right, so that happened. He ended up turning himself in. He came home not too long after. And let me just go on my channel and find this here. Moula the First. And then we're going to get into the intricacies because, boy, this shit is getting messy.
Here. Or whatever, week, 2 weeks, whatever. Why if this nigga or these niggas, all 46 of these niggas must be because they're not coming home for now.
Yeah.
So I got to be grateful. I was grateful of the whole experience. I loved it. I loved it so much. Okay, because I understood it. Okay? I got to understand everyone's different problems. This person is from Jamaica. He doesn't know what's going on in the system here. He just came here because it was a better life and he ended up here. But is it already really a better life? He's stressing. He don't know nobody here. He has no one to bail him, no sureties, no nothing. And all he was trying to do was look for food to just get some money.
Yeah.
I'm on range with double lifers, killers, MS-13 niggas, fucking all this shit. And they all respect Michael. Michael's back. Okay? I got to understand. So now the living conditions is a serious thing. I got to just touch on a couple. But it's
the problem I had with this interview is I didn't like the jail talks, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, don't act like this shit ain't nothing, man, because you never know if you're gonna have to spend a longer space of time. And during that time, he had only spent a week, right? After that news story, he had only spent a week in jail. So I was like, bro, you might not want to be talking like that, bro. I didn't say it in the interview, and maybe that's my bad. I should have said it in the interview. But I was thinking to myself, you don't want to be talking like that because, bro, you're talking about that after a week. What if you got to end up spending like months and months or a couple of years? You're not going to have the same tone. Right? I seen somebody jump in the chat over here saying that he got cracked off the range. I don't know about that, but if that's the case, like, that's messed up. You feel me? So let me pull up something here because he left a message. He left a couple of messages, actually. You know what? Let's do this first. Let's do the last message that he did because he's suing TPS. Apparently, he's home. All right, let me pull that up first, and then we'll pull up the written message that he had. All right. Witness killer. I'm talking about the Moula first stuff right now. We just talked about Lococity.
A man in connection with an assault investigation.
30-year-old Javon Smith is accused of assaulting an individual or person on February 10th in the Pape and Danforth Avenue area.
Okay, so we played this. So he has a whole long message over here talking about how he's going to be suing Barry Police, CTV News, City CP24 Breaking News. What I will do, because y'all don't be liking my botched ass readings, right? So I'll pull this up over on the Speechly app. Yo, Speechly, send a bag. There, I was just about to pay for the subscription for this shit, and I was like, nah. So here,
Now
Moula
that these
first,
charges have been dropped, let's talk about how
and this is courtesy of Paris Hilton. I changed the voice from Snoop Dogg to Paris Hilton.
I'm currently suing the Toronto police. Now that these charges have been dropped, let's talk about how I'm currently suing the Toronto police for $1.2 million for
Jeez.
defamation of character and mental anguish. I was falsely portrayed as a fugitive, and my character was attacked as I have a myriad of ventures I partake in outside of my music career, including working with a bank and Hutsy Financial that helps individuals establish and maintain a good credit score. I told you back in February I'm not the Toronto rapper to play with. The actions taken against me are not just defamatory, but also suggestive of envy and personal bias, which should not go unaddressed.
Damn.
I have young kids that look up to me. I believe this information would be of interest to the general public and would be grateful if you could include it in your news coverage up at CP24 Breaking News and TTV News. You should put justice on my name, as I've proven to be innocent in the court of law. As for Mary Police, I don't appreciate you playing with my conditional sentence by stalking me with your little video surveillance and your wrongful arrest. You thought I was going to do life or something? Michael's back to
Michael's
Toronto
back.
Star, Toronto Sun Online on CTV, Toronto Project Moula album, October 13th.
All right. Thank you, Paris. That was a reading courtesy of Paris Hilton right there. So Michael's back. Or I don't know if he's back on road. This message was from, how many days ago was this message from? Let's pull this up. This message was from 5 days ago on his page, The Real Moula 9 and Max Way of Thinking. All right. So as far as the message that he has, and I'll pull it up. I posted it up on my own page. Follow me on my Instagram, Friday Ricky Dread. I'll do a botched reading of this right here. So it says, I hope God is kind to all to my princess as I'm watching from a jail cell, or I'm writing from a jail cell. And excuse me, okay, if my reading is botched on this. This man's handwriting is chicken scratch. Because daddy had to learn and get wise. I missed your first steps. As I was here walking now. As I hear you're walking now. I seen you talk a bit before I got here, and then there's a bunch blanked out. I guess there's like the name of his child. You were saying doggy and fishy, and I don't want to read all of this, bro. This is a little bit crazy. Oh, okay. What about this right here? I had to call your mom 100 times to get that done because she's focused on using you to get at me. Ooh. In every scenario. Okay. You'll get older and realize what happened for yourself. I don't know what this is supposed to be here. God doesn't okay, God does not sleep. Bro, where were you writing on? Okay, your mom used to keep you away from me on purpose and say that you don't know me, but every time I seen you, you would rush out her hands and want to come and hold and want to come to me to hold you. Okay, so I think we got the gist right there. He's having issues with his baby mother. There's a response actually from his baby moms. And I'll play the response. Listen, I hate getting into family business, But when y'all start putting family business up on the internet, bro, shit gets messy. So this is courtesy of Icy Springer. Big salute to Icy Springer. You know, if it's show business in your business. He got this posted up on his page here. Let me pull this up. Because there's a response from the BMs. Hopefully this is all helps to promote his music. You know what I'm saying? Because Moula first has been going through it for the last year and change when it came to like the back and forth with the girl, Twy, all of this shit. It's just been a shit show. So here's the So can somebody tell this deadbeat to leave my daughter out of his album promo that no one in this country cares about? He decided to stop seeing his daughter because I no longer wanted to give him pussy. Don't ever try to come at my character, my nigga, at Moula first. Get your money up. You can't buy the kid a bag of milk. You've been in and out of jail over a wash stripper. Holy shit. And this is her like on top of the stories here. I'm not gonna get the copyright from the Is there anything else? Oh, there's more. Okay. One thing this little boy ain't gonna do is try to uplift this shitty character by tearing down mine. At Moula9, why don't you tell them how you bred up the little working thing while I was pregnant? Got stabbed in her apartment when I was 8 months pregnant. Then later she charged you for laying hands on her. After all that, I was still there for this loser, trying to make it work for my daughter. Bumba Claude. Well, goddamn. Is there anything else on this right here? Damn, where's Icy? Let me check on something quick fast. I want to see if this nigga's live right now, because if he's live, I'm pulling up. Icy, you live? Is he live? Is he live? God damn. I feel like I got into a group chat that I wasn't supposed to be in. This is the problem when it comes to being a public figure. And I feel like I said this like a few days ago on the podcast. You got to fly as right as you can. Because if Shorty's saying whatever Shorty's saying, if that's true in any type of way, and you're breeding up the next thing while you got her breeded up, that shit's gonna come to the light. And it's all good if it's just like Ray and whoever from Rexdale and nobody really cares about that stuff, right? But when it comes to baby mama drama and you're a public figure, you don't have to stay with Shorty, but just make sure that you don't do her wrong or she doesn't feel like you did her wrong. You know what I'm saying? You might not even feel that you're doing her wrong, but she might feel that you're doing her wrong. So fix that. Not only for the sake of your children, and I'm not trying to tell people how to live their life, okay? I'm just going based on what is available to me over here on social media. But it's not only for the sake of the kid when it comes to like keeping the peace. It's for the sake of your image, bro. If you got something that's about to drop on October 13th as a Toronto rapper, I know rapper is an excuse for, you can get away with a lot of shit, but that shit compounds after a while where people are like, bro, you're taking too many L's, you're looking cringe to the public, and it's going to equal out in less people running to go check what's going on in the album. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even Drake could get away with this type shit where like he's just taking like L after L after L. You know what I'm saying? Like, god damn. Let me see what y'all are saying in the comments over here. Toronto 2022 says Opraham Crescent is holding this L. Damn. Or Openham Crescent, my bad. Academics report said that already damaged his image. Yeah, bro. And listen, I like Moula first. I like Moula first's music, but I started thinking to myself, it's getting too antic-y. There's too many times where I'm seeing you on social media, and yes, the music is still coming, but it's like coming with a lot of antics. You feel me? Like going into the Tim Hortons and the Wendy's and all that other shit. After a while, I was just like, God damn, bro. You know, I gotta do my Brandon Gomez voice there. You're doing too much there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Anti 53 outs or sellouts or whatever I guess that's supposed to spell. It says, what the F is Opernham? Ain't that an area in Rexdale? Y'all are asking the guy who came from Montreal these questions. You know what I'm saying? I don't be up in Rexdale like that, but it's even crazy when it comes to him and the Rexdale reputation. Like, things are not the same. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you guys in the comments before we get off of this. Can Moula first repair his image? Because right now, his image is taking a lot of hits. 1 in the chat if he can repair his image. 2 in the chat if he's cooked. It's mud. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll check for his new music when it drops. But like, I don't know how long his fan base can withhold all of this bullshit, you know, withstand all this bullshit, I mean. All right. We need a Canada Cop Watch interview. Yes, I'm working on that. I'll definitely work on that. Low-key, I think Canada Cop Watch is the homie Turk. When I hear his voice, I'm like, that sounds like Turk. So I don't know if he's going to be down to do an interview, but I'm working on that. I see some 2s, some 1s. All right, so he can come back. It's kind of a split crowd right there. All right, Moula, if you see this, with all due respect, like, I ain't got no beef with you. You know what I'm saying? You got what your business is your business. I'll only cover what happens online. You know what I'm saying? But you got to get to this music, bro. And you got to stick to the music. You know, I don't even care about all the other shit, Hutsy and salute to Hutsy, but like perfumes, all that other shit. Who cares, bro? Drop the tunes, focus on the tunes, no more antics. You know, if you got to get it lit on the gram, get it lit on the gram with your music at this point. You know what I'm saying? But a hit song will change everything. And right now, antics and messages on social media ain't changing shit. All right? So let's get to that. But salute to Moula first, man. Staying on the baby mama dramas. An artist named Syph. Oh, these niggas. Let me show y'all something. And I'm going to move on with the story because obviously somebody doesn't want the story out there. But it was a crazy headline I saw over here on Torontology. Peel Region 10 down, Sussex gang member and New Money gang leader Syph was aired out by his baby mother, Sarnia country girl, the mother goddess, which it wasn't, but it was the next girl, for being an undercover confidential informant and playing around with transsexual models. Shout out to Moski, Speaks on the Crook, and BTS. There was a long video in here, and obviously it got deleted over here in Torontology. Oh, try Torontologist. She was going off. I was like, what am I hearing? And it made me think, like, again, like what I was saying with the Moula first incident, right? Not that, you know, you got to kiss these girls' asses and shit like that, but you got to make sure that they're not pissed off, because they'll say a bunch of shit about you later on. They make shit up, whatever sounds hot to get the gram popping. Holy shit. These niggas is gonna make me take this shit down after, bro. All right, let's go, man.
you had your people wouldn't stop. And then the man, like, oh, honey, I can't really get into too much. But basically, the man went to my op. It's so many countless things like this dumbass like continues to do. But I'm just not the one. Like, yes, I could, brush it off. But that's not me. That's not my character. My
Salute to Icy Springer with the content.
character is I'm 10 toes down about my respect, and you're not going to play with me. Anybody, I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm going to pull up, whatever.
What's your bar for?
You know what I mean? Like, it's been countless things. Like, it's been just countless things. He messaged my op to help him put on some money. Like, you're messaging my op at the time?
When a girl says my op, especially white thing, like, flag on the play, red flag. Any girl say, yo, I got ops, like, you got ops, like, you're a girl, fam, like, you got ops, okay. Problems.
You're messaging money. Honey, you want to know what's crazy? You want to know what's crazy? Someone DM me. I went to jail, okay? I got arrested years ago for fighting some bitch.
Red flag too. Okay. So I'm going to start a poll when I get this video running again. And I'm going to ask, do y'all believe this girl's story?
That tried something to him, okay? That I don't want to get into it again too much. I beat the case, so it don't matter. I got arrested because I put my hands on a bitch that wanted to play, okay? Why is the bitch messaging me now saying, oh, your baby dad's back in my DMs? Like, it's the respect shit. Like, I don't have, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a big person, right?
Exactly. I agree.
Just respect me. Like, that's the thing. Like, I just stand in my respect. I don't bother nobody, but guess what? I retaliate. I've never come and fucked with anybody first, but I will retaliate. Do not get me wrong. Like, and mind you, like, I'm a big name. People are going to DM me. I am going to get the info. So what happens? The bitch I went to jail.
She's a big name. Am I missing something? Are we supposed to know who she is? Gang, let me know. Who is this girl supposed to be in the comments? I see I had like 328 people over here in his live to tap it into this. So people were there for the tea.
For jail, and I went to court and spent big money and beat the case. I'm a bitch I put my hands on for my baby daddy is now in my DM saying, oh, not your baby dad back again, messaging the bitch that you put me in jail for.
Jules, I don't know who she is, okay? The only reason that we are talking about her because she connected to an artist named Syph. Let me just pull up something quick fast. Let's find some of Syph's music, just to give you guys some context on who Syph is. And big salute to Syph, all right? I'll say this while we're pulling up this content as well. I don't believe her story. I think that sometimes women will get mad, and if you are a public figure and they're a public figure too, one, shouldn't mix. Two public figures, I just in my opinion, shouldn't mix because one is going to try to down the other when it comes to shit going left. When the breakup happens, whichever public figure is the loudest is going to be able to the one who's going to win in the court of public opinion. All right? Let's see if I can find. Can you spell this nigga's name again? Let's find Syph's. Yeah, I should have been able to find it right there. Syph. Damn, he hasn't dropped a song in a while. Got this other shit up here. Syph. There we go. He had a song with Tory Lanez back in the days. 656,000 views. Pull up.
They tripping off the liquor they sipping. Cause I be on some other shit. Taking flights, girl, you ain't never been. Cause I be on some other shit. I'm something that your man ain't fucking with.
All right. Just to give you, I don't want to get myself copyrighted. I always have to chop these out of the videos later. But that's Syph for y'all to get a little bit of context on who he is. All right.
And I got money on money, we can ball, baby, ain't nothing.
He's a Toronto artist. He made his way over to America, was living in LA, if I'm not mistaken. You guys can correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. He was living in LA for a while. Then a bunch of shit happened. He ended up getting arrested in America. He was locked up for several years, and now he's out. And I think he's back over here in Toronto or somewhere in the GTA. You know what I'm saying? So just to give you guys a little bit of context on who Syph is. And salute to Syph. He's done big things back in the day. So I ain't never gonna diss the nigga Syph because some ting is just talking shit about him online. But let's get back to it.
Like,
Yeah,
come on, man. There's
I
only
can
so
understand.
much shit I can take. There's
Yeah.
only so much shit. I'm a real bitch. That is never gonna change.
R.I.P.
Till the
Little
day
to
I die,
General,
I'm gonna
man.
be a real bitch. I'm gonna die a real bitch because I'm not. I don't take disrespect. Then he messaged my op, trying to go on a money flex with my op. Like,
No, yeah, that's a
stop.
because I was about to ask
He's
you
a
a
fucking
question.
waste cute is what he is. Leave me the fuck alone because I'm just gonna come with my receipts. Like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I
Like,
was gonna say
just
this.
at my breaking point, just don't fuck with me.
He didn't want you talking, or he was telling you to stop talking to a certain nigga or a
I
certain
met
guy.
somebody and I moved on.
That's
Like,
somebody.
I was moving
Was it somebody that he knew or had any relations with in the no? Okay, because I was about to be like, that could be a reason where a
I'm not
nigga
that
could
type
be
of
like,
bitch.
ooh.
His friends.
Anti-Sella, since she's not a real she's not a real one, right? Listen, if this is the mother of your child and she's out here trying to make you look crazy online and then still have some kind of a family unit, probably get mad at them later. Oh, you don't even come see your kid. Like, bitch, you crazy. You're out here online going crazy, dissing this nigga. And listen, don't get me wrong. I have no dog in this race here. So, shorty, if you see this, don't come for me, fam. Because I know when I talk about these incidents, the girls, it don't be the niggas. It's sometimes it be the girls who see this and be like, you don't know nothing about me. Why you talking on me? Don't make me come expose you. Like, you ain't got nothing exposed, fam. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, it's kind of like regular behavior. I've seen this movie before. Where it's like, oh, he got a little dick. Oh, he smashed the trannies. Oh, he a rat. Oh, ow, ow. And it's like, you wasn't saying all that when a nigga was nutting inside of you.
Honey, his own friend slid in my DM trying to fuck me. And guess what I did? I exposed them to him. I said, oh, here's your dude in my DM again. 2, 3 of them. I'm not that type of bitch. I would never fuck. My pussy is not for nobody. I don't care. Barely any people can ever say they fucked me. So it doesn't even matter. I'm not that type of bitch. And I'm not a spiteful bitch with my pussy. I don't play that shit. Okay?
You're on Icy Springer's live talking about the father of your child, but you're not spiteful. My bad.
I would never fuck with his friends, even though they're all in my DMs. What do? I send them to him. I said, oh, come get your friend. Come get your friend. Because nobody respects him. His own people don't even respect him. I showed him his main.
No. At one point, Syph was like a big dog with the NMG, fucking Sussex gang. He was the guy.
He's
Syph
not the guy that puts in work. So he's actually, that's why. That's why nobody fucks with him no more. Because he don't put in no work. That man's not for the streets. That man is exactly what he is on Canali. And that's what he is, a fucking civilian, is what the fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention, okay? You know, make sure that you see all of these different things so that you can see the signs, right? There's that saying that goes, a wise man learns from his mistakes, or a smart man learns from his mistakes, but a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. All right? Toronto 2022 says, I told you, she for the streets. She belonged to the streets.
He is. He wasn't built for the streets.
Okay.
I have more respect than that man.
But you were
Ask him about all the shit I did.
Yo, can I ask you a question?
I'm the real one.
Okay, people say you're a real woo, right? Wait. At this point, you were like,
who said that? Icy, what people?
Like, deeply in love with him, right? Do you still have any feelings for him? Do you think sometimes?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Honey, come on. Like,
yo, what you mean, fam? Curry Goat said also a wise man pulls out. Dude, lucky he ain't knock it up. That's his baby mother. too late for that. He left it in. You know what I mean? Probably put a "I love you" while he was nutting. Then there you go. On goes the journey right there. There starts the journey. Right? Nigga in there like, I love you. Turtles curling up. 9 months later. Right? Like the SpongeBob thing. 9 months later.
Don't even disrespect me by asking me that.
Because I know at one point y'all was really woo. Y'all had the baby and never mind the child.
We
But like
never
even
had the
before
baby
that-
and then nothing. I had the baby and that's what happened.
Yeah, but even
BBL had him squirming in the bed after he was done. Like, nigga busted a nut and was like, that was good. Oh man, I ain't shit. Salute to you, Syph.
before that,
I'm playing,
that's
man.
your
I'm
first,
joking.
that's your only
Before
child.
that,
Yeah?
everything was good. Before that, he denied his paperwork. I believed my man at the time. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like because y'all been with each other for a while, there could be some, you never know.
Absolutely not.
Stay that then.
Mm-hmm.
Say that then. Hold on. Someone gonna ask her about karma. You're asking the wrong questions. What's karma? Who's karma?
I'm not even gonna get into that either.
Certain
I
things.
feel like I've seen her on road before. Look at these right here. You're looking like two sausages.
And people can't really address like that. You get what I'm trying to say?
I'm not a rat. I can get into details about shit, but I'm not gonna put that on the internet for, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna get into that, right? Certain people are in jail. I'm not gonna,
Oh,
Free Mo.
I didn't say this. Okay, if you see this, shorty, don't come for me. This is the chat. Said either she ate a sour candy or she didn't brush her tongue. Oh, hard shot. Whew. Hard shot right there. Oh. That's the TKO right there. You say the tongue's white as fuck. Got that halitosis tongue.
Free Moski though. Free Moski. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this girl's gonna shoot me when she sees this.
Free fucking Moski. How about that?
Yep, free the guys.
Yeah. Free him. Because that was the realest one on the team. I'll tell you that much. Free Mo.
Lamb. Nah, I ain't asking her about that. But yo, free the guys.
Free Mo.
Yeah, free the guys. That what it is. So hey, let me ask you a question. In regards to this paperwork, when you finally seen the paperwork and you confronted him, what did he say?
Hold, is that it? Because I feel like the Torontology had a longer one.
The informant, all of the whole story with him being a rat. Why would?
And the first time I actually saw his paperwork, I'm like, oh, the man's actually a rat. Like, everyone was right. So I posted it.
Stay that then. I get it.
Yeah.
She did time in the States, time in America, and in Canada. Which one would you say is worst? Jail is bad.
Canada, 100%. But I was in the feds. So we had iPads, like.
She said Canada jail is worse than American jail? Interesting.
Get it.
Gym, like, Canada's 10 times worse for women.
I say that then. Hold on now, Stacey. While I got you here, I want to ask you about this right here, because this one was wild too. This is what kind of really, opened up the woo again. So you're saying, told you this guy is waste, takes D, then you mentioned somebody.
The first time I ever knew Syph was gay was when he posted a snap, like, sitting on Tracy T's lap. And I called in LA. Yes.
What do you mean? You knew he was gay, so you knew he was gay and you was
First time I ever knew that.
So let me go back to the chat over here. And I'm asking, y'all believe her story about Syph? Right now, 38% says yes, 62% says no. All right.
A man took dick. He posted on his Snapchat. He was living in LA, mind you, okay? And the man posts a video going and sitting on Tracy T's lap. And I called him and I'm like, I cried. I'm like, you're gay. You're gay. He's like,
Oh,
Stacey,
Tracy
stop
T's a
it.
nigga, the rapper, a rapper.
Tracy T, like that. Babe, honey, they used to get drunk. This was where my problem started, where I knew he was gay.
Let me hear this.
He used to get drunk and be like in their boxers on the fucking ground. Like, I don't know, that guy's gay too, honey. That's why Castro probably left him. I don't know, but they did some weird shit.
Wow.
Yeah, and look, like as soon as
What
I
the
post that
fuck?
shit of him talking to that tranny, who I posted the screenshots of his number and her talking, like, you know what I mean? Go look. Another bitch just said, oh yeah, he fucked my girl London. She's a tranny too.
Hold on, stick a pin.
Man's posting phone numbers up and shit. God damn. Yo, somebody said in the chat, she's really trying to get him out of here for real. Right? Old John Crow 416 Trackstar Music says Zanzibarby can cut still. Zanzibarby is crazy. For the people in Toronto, y'all know what it's about the Zanzibar. For the people outside of Toronto, that's a strip club over in downtown Toronto. Zanzibarby is bars, bro. He is a Zanzibarby for real. Holy shit.
This one, you're talking about this?
This is the ain't shit Olympics right now.
No. Keep going. Oh, yeah. He fucked my girl London. Like, as soon as I post shit, all the fucking gays come and they're like, oh, he's in my DMs. There's another one. You know what I'm going to post right now? And
Wow.
he's Syph's in my DMs too. Another tranny. I'm going to post
So-
that right after we get off live.
Hold on. So, yo, this last story right here, though, who's this conversation between?
Oh, that's us right now.
That's you and him right now?
Yeah.
Everybody. So he's saying, you're like, tried to tell you I'd never been no punk bitch. And then he says, everybody talks your business. You're on a case. I'm not asking you. I already know. You're just going to breach yourself doing all this bullshit because I don't bother you one bit.
Yeah,
What is
AKA he's going to rat or his sister, or he's going to send his bitches to rat.
I get it. Oh, now we're on rat
Oh,
talks. Okay, I get it.
Fuck out of here, shorty. That's what constitutes him being a rat? Yo, fam. Oh my God. I know, like, you got a kid with this girl, so you're gonna have to do what you gotta do to be around for the kid, but stay far away from this thing, bro. Like, have somebody else drop off the ute or something, fam. You don't want to be in the same room as this shorty, bro, because she is doing some nasty work right now, bro. Goalpost moving. West End Warlow says, Friday, are you slow? Why? Break it down to me, okay? Speed me up to things. Because I don't know, man. That sounds like a reach to me.
You're proving this to nobody. You're a grown-ass woman. Talk about you think I'm a punk. I'm more of a gangster than you. Shut the fuck
Everyone
up.
knows like don't put in no work. We all know that. The streets
How
know
was
this.
the rat
Come on.
talk? How was that rat talk? You pull it up on people. Yo, listen. I don't know. This is crazy. All right, Stacey.
Yo, I see I see. He's like, what the hell? What the hell?
Say this to you. How did you this morning when you found out about this? Why'd you want to make this public? You know that he's supposedly fucking with trannies.
Good
I
question.
can't really get into that, if you know what I mean.
No, answer the question.
I ain't no rat. I'm not no rat, but he provoked me on something, or his people provoked me because they don't leave me the fuck alone. So
I get it.
that's it. And every time I'm provoked, I'm gonna post another thing about his tranny shit because I have all the fucking shit.
So, man asks her a question, says, why did you do this? She says, I don't want to get into it because I'm not a rat. But man provoked me, or his friends provoked me, so now I'm just going to start posting shit. So you're kind of still saying why you're doing it. You don't have to give us the intimate details of how he provoked you. You're doing this because you were quote unquote provoked. And now from this provocation, now let's try to drag this nigga's name through the mud. Nasty work. And listen, I don't even like. I'm gonna go with I don't think this stuff is true. But god damn. Yeah, we're gonna move off of this just now, man. This is crazy.
Listen, I see. Let me tell you. Who the fuck does 2 years by choice in jail? Who does that by choice?
Oh, come
So like, he could have
on.
left. He could have left immigration jail and came back to Canada, but
Any day he could have deported himself.
but maybe he didn't want to come back to Canada because the charges. He knew he was gonna get caught up with charges when he came back with
charges.
Let's go, IC.
You touched down regardless. You had human trafficking charges.
Yeah, so that's why he probably didn't want to come back, and he stayed there for 2 years.
Because regardless when he comes back, he's gonna get charged. 10 years from now, there's no like time limit on when he get charged.
I hear that.
I'm gonna stop there because and then she goes into a little bit more about the whole, you know, the transgender thing and all that bullshit, right? I will say this in closing. Salute to Syph, but I will say this, like, bro, you gotta watch these chicks, man. You know what I'm saying? Get along just to get along, bro. Cause now we over here. I seen, you know, this is over on Torontologist, and salute to the chat for putting me on to where it was, because obviously now mans are trying to get rid of this shit. I don't know if it's y'all or the mods over there on Torontology that are like, all right, well, you know, we got to take this down. But like, bruh, this shouldn't even be something that's a thing in the first place. So again, I'll say salute to Syph. Keep doing your thing. I would like to get a Syph interview going on. Maybe he might be pissed after I covered this, but I would like to get a Syph interview. Oh, yes. I would like to get a Syph interview going on. And yes, academics report, birth control. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Maybe put the needle or whatever the fuck she got to do. But bruh, don't nut in them, bro. It's a mod thing. But yeah, let's leave this alone. I'm going to just give you guys a quick update before we get into more in depth into another story here. And let me just close a couple of windows because I got a shitload of windows open right now. Geezy Loc is home. Big salute to Geezy Loc. Let me pull him up on the screen so y'all can see who Geezy Loc is. You know, artist from out of Rexdale. He's been doing his thing for a while. We have a couple of interviews with Geezy Loc from back in 2022. But then he was locked up. There was a video that went out that he was in an altercation on the road with somebody. But I don't know if that was something that was in correlation to him getting the stint of time that he got. But he's been locked up, I could say, probably for the last 3 years. Let me see. Geezy Loc arrested. I'm just looking in the background over here on my YouTube. Geezy Loc arrest. That was 3 years ago, or almost 3 years ago. He got arrested. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's back. Do you have anything I can show y'all as far as his music? Because this nigga was crazy with it. Let me see if I can find this nigga. Don't even got a link in his bio, nigga. These guys kill me, bro. Big salute to Geezy Loc, man. This is one of the last artists out here who are like real spitters too. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can find some of this shit just to give you guys some context, and then we'll move on. 12 years ago, 13. Yo, this man's been dropping music for a minute.
Side of fresh spot, his head hot, talking to cops till he catch a headshot. Yo, Quack, peace to my brother, just keep your head up. Yo, bro, God, like maybe this is a sign he was fed up. Until then, I'ma treat this case like he was.
And there's go Dre Bars right there. Dre Bars is still locked up right now. I was actually working on a documentary about Dre Bars, but I was gonna hold off of that.
Set up, I'll beat it at the ops, I won't stop until I can't get up. Now I'll beat it at the ops, I won't stop until they can't get up. On that hood hustle talking, I'll rock him and get his face cut like.
Bars. Some thuggy shit. Big salute to Geezy Loc. Welcome home. Try to stay out of trouble, man. And let's get some new music going on, man. And we need that first day out. We need to get some new Geezy Loc music to try to cleanse our palate of all the bullshit music that we've been hearing over the last few years, man. So welcome home, brother. I want to get to the story here about Savv4x. All right. Big salute to Savv4x. There's been an issue that we've been having as far as Toronto rappers getting love in America. This is not a new thing. It's been something that's been going on from even back in the day with Maestro and them. Okay. Maestro did a song with Showbiz back in the days, and it got a little bit of love. And then Cardinal had the song with Akon, Dangerous, and that got a lot of love, but people were still kind of like on the fence when it came to Cardinal as far as the American audience. Internationally, Cardinal is loved. And in America, he's definitely very loved. But that song, once he linked up with Akon and got that together, that shit took him to the next level. But it's always been an uphill battle for American audiences to take us seriously when it comes to the rapping. We definitely have a healthy American audience that watch us as far as podcasting and stuff like that. You can get your point of view off and shit. But as far as rapping, it's always been a thing like, we don't believe you. Canada's not one of those hard places. Like, Toronto, bro, your murder rate ain't nothing close to what we got in Chicago or even Kansas City, right? So I say all that to say there was a post that was going around where Savv4x, he got posted on Academics' page. Okay. I'll actually go to the post first on Academics' page, and then we'll go to the Reddit, because the Reddit did they spotlighted some of these comments. So let's go to DJ Academics' page. Let's do to DJ Academics. I'm not even going to get into what's going on with Ac and him running around with his ex. I'll leave that for another time. Okay, let's find the Savv4x post.
Call who got shot in their fucking head trying to tweak with the members. Niggas ain't know who's up on the scoreboard team that throw for showing the benches.
All right. And the caption here says, bruh, Drake just co-signed another Canadian rapper. What y'all think of him? Sounding fire or the shit emojis? Okay. And because my algorithm has a lot of people who I follow and is very Toronto friendly and stuff like that, you're going to see all of the fire, right? Oh, look at this guy here. Please make it stop. And here's the Drake cosign. All right, big salute to the boy. What did he say? 100 on my wrist, no wonder why I feel so sleazy. All right, so he got the Drake cosign.
I fell asleep.
Academics is really leading into the Drake cosign in this post right here. What did the post get? Can I see the number on it? Oh, we hit the like. Oh, no, there we go. 13,160 likes.
Woke up in LA. How I end up here? I don't know. It's a voice inside my head that whispers in my ear, telling me I'm great and everything I have that I deserve. I don't stop that. And I'm shooting the fancy out.
Right? Let me not get myself copywritten. So I'm not going to go deep diving through the comments over here on Academics' page because that'll take us forever. But when I was going through Torontology or just through Reddit period, as I usually do, I seen a post where they were like, yo, these Americans will never like us. They will never get, or they said Americans are so stubborn, right? American man's so stubborn with the laughing, crying emoji here. And they have various comments from mans who were just not feeling him. So it says, homie rapping in Jamaican, Canadian, and British languages all in one. What's the genre of rap going to be called? The struggle is real. Yo, that is crazy. You know what I do need to do? I need to start another poll over here. Because keep in mind, the biggest rapper in America is from Toronto. It's Canadian. No matter how much you guys are like, oh, what kind of accent is Drake going to do today? He's still the biggest rapper in America. He's still at the top of the Billboard charts, period, not the Billboard Canadian charts, right? I'm gonna ask: can Toronto rappers blow up in America? And we have other examples. Obviously, there's Nav, there's Tory Lanez, right? Tory Lanez, they're gonna say he's kind of a singer too, so that don't count. But still, same way he talks about thugging and all types of shit in his songs, right? This guy over here says sounds like hot garbage. Shit emojis from this next guy over here. This guy over here says thought this was a UK nigga for a minute. Laughing emoji or laugh low. Decent. Just can't take gangster music from Canada seriously. Like, I heard this before. And I do get it to a degree. Yes, shit goes down out here. Niggas get shot all the time over here. And it's not even a stunt. Like, it sucks that niggas get shot all the time out here. But I also do understand that it's not to the same percentage or degree or scale than like a lot of American cities. And we don't even have to talk about the craziest ones, like a Chicago or parts of Florida, like Jacksonville and different places. Like, we can talk about places like Indiana. They get it in probably a lot more than Toronto. So I can understand where people are like, oh, we can't take Toronto seriously. But can you take a rapper from niggas fuck with Freddie Gibbs? Indiana is not the worst place in the whole of America. It's bad. It's got its share of grimy shit. But niggas will listen to somebody from Indiana because they listen to Freddie Gibbs. It begs the question because it's like, has there been a rapper out of Connecticut to blow up? Has there been a Rhode Island rapper to blow up? Because I can understand when you guys are like, oh, you guys don't have no hoods up there. You know what I'm saying? That ain't shit. So is that the case for everybody as well? Is that the case for American cities that don't really got a lot of shit going on? Like, can a nigga blow up from out of Vermont? Can a nigga talk about that the little area in Vermont, the little hood area in Vermont that he got problems in and be like, yo, you know, Vermont get it in? V-Town? I don't even know. What's the hood in Vermont called? Right? Maine rapper, salute to Juicy Hamburger. Right? Can a rapper from Maine, is he gonna get the same energy as a quote unquote Toronto or Canadian rappers? I'm just asking. I'm not even trying to have like a rebuttal or be like, oh, well, you know, you guys should fuck with him. Like, nah, like if it's like a no, then I would understand too. Then keep the same energy for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we don't believe you over there in Canada, and we don't believe you in Rhode Island neither. Ain't shit going down in Idaho, nigga. We ain't trying to hear that shit. Right? Or is it just a Canadian thing? This is just what I want to know. And salute to the American audiences who will be tapping into this, who are watching now and maybe tap in later. Is it all across the board? Like, if we think that your city's soft, we ain't trying to hear that shit, especially with like a balaclava and shit. Like, can a nigga from Wisconsin come and get his shit off? Be the biggest driller in Wisconsin. Because the way y'all niggas make Toronto sound, you make it sound like it's the softest, it's softer than the softest American city. So if that's the case, then them niggas can't get none neither. You know what I'm saying? Lucy Hamburger says, Americans are very patriotic. Remember, they don't fuck with other countries. Then say that then. Because if it's another country thing, then that's fine. Like, niggas can adjust and do what they have to do. They don't have to force niggas to listen to niggas. Like, yo, bro, you can just figure out however else you're going to get to this bread. Whether it's going to the UK, I think the UK is full. They don't want to hear nothing from Toronto neither. So I feel like the other course of action more times is America. And like I said, y'all listen to Drake. Y'all listen to The Weeknd, even though The Weeknd's a singer. Right? When 88 Glam was doing their thing, niggas was getting love in America. I see Pressa having some of the same issues that Savv4x is having right now. So it's not a Savv4x thing because Savv music is fire. All right, his cadence, dope. Flow pattern, dope. Beat selection, dope. So there's nothing wrong with Savv. And I'm not saying there's something wrong with the American audience for not fucking with him. I just want to know why. All right? There's a few other comments that people are saying over here. So, for example, okay, this shit sounds like trash. I could never imagine myself repeating UK rappers' lines or UK's rappers' line. They didn't even get the place right. They're like, oh, he's just a UK rapper because he got the balaclava on, and they're like, whatever. That nigga from the UK. No, he's from Toronto. Or maybe this nigga sneaked this in like, you sound like a UK rapper. Right? Double entendres. Don't ask me how. This other nigga on the bottom over here says, sounds like Mary Poppin had a thug son. What the hell? Hard shot. Like, damn, bro. And Savv is like, is getting mad love over here, right? This guy over here says, Toronto has the lowest murder rate out of every major city in the world, by the way. In the world? Is that a fact? Because if we do, then like, again, and I said this earlier, like, I could understand where some Americans are coming from. They're like, y'all niggas don't get it in over there. But I'm just saying, have the same energy for a nigga who's coming out of Idaho then. All right? I don't know, man. Salute to Savv4x, man. It just sucks to see this kind of reception when you get posted on Academics' page, whether they had to pay for the post or whether it was a post from off the strength. Like, damn, bro. Man's just trying to get his shit popping. He's like, he's getting love with some American audiences. It's not like everybody in America is like, oh, we ain't trying to hear that shit. I think low-key, he probably gets more love than Smiley in America right now. But it's going to be an uphill battle for him. You know what I'm saying? As somebody who came from back in the days, we are coming from a time where we used to fake our accents, which is corny as hell. In hindsight, I cringe thinking about the kind of like accents that we used to put on even in the booth, just in hopes that maybe we could just blend in. Because if we're overly like Canadian in the way that we sound on the songs, and this is the early 2000s, niggas ain't trying to hear that, bro. They would have been like, what is that, Canadian? What's that accent? You feel me? But so I rate the new guys now for at least, and I said this in the same thing too, I rate these guys for at least using their own accent. You know what I'm saying? And people were going off in the comments over here. Right? Like they're being themselves. Right? You know, in comparison to us, where we were like, yo, what up, dog? Right? I said it right here. I rate the new gen more still. We try to sound American to get by. And gang, y'all, anybody who's like 35 and up, you know what I'm talking about. All right? Caravana time, especially when the gal them come down from the States and you're like, yo, dog, I'm from Jersey. You don't even know what slang terms that they might be using in Jersey right now in real time. You're just saying whatever, trying to just pretend, and hopefully she'll give you some pussy and not know that you're from Jane and Finch or know that you're from like Morningside or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, different, yo. You know what I'm saying? Now mans are like, they're saying mans. Right? They're like, yo, wagwan, shorty. Right? Well, can I get the wazzle? And the girl's like, what does that mean? But niggas is being themselves. You can hear it in their songs. But I don't know what the solution is. But don't get me wrong. Don't do what we did back in the days. Don't start like fixing your mouth and yo son. That's corny. All right. I salute to my Montreal niggas, and we'll get off this topic. Salute to this my Montreal niggas. They're still kind of stuck in that friggin' crazy like parallel universe right now. Because a lot of my Montreal brethren and Montreal artists, they try to do this thing, especially like the French ones who rap in English. They're like, yo, if I sound American enough, they won't know. Right? And they don't have the identity of the Toronto man to be like, yo, I'll just use the Toronto man accent. People are not hip to the Montreal man accents. So they just default to try to sound like Americans. They'll wear a Yankee cap. They'll do different things. Sometimes they'll wear the Expos cap, okay? Don't get it twisted for any of the people who watch me from Montreal, right? I know y'all rock the Expos to represent Montreal, but I see a lot of music videos where niggas ain't rocking the Expos cap. They'll just rock whatever cap and just hope that people, when they see it on YouTube, will just be like, oh, where's that nigga from? Shit is fire anyway. Who cares? So we're really stuck between a rock and a hard place when it comes to being a Canadian artist, even still in the big 2025. All right. All being ourselves and everything. The only one who's been able to really, really, really break the glass ceiling is Drake and Tory Lanez. And I think they closed the bar after that. Right? They let Nav in, they let Nav sneak in a little quick, and then they're like, okay, bar's closed. No more Canadians allowed. At least if you rap. Do you do something else? Come on in. If you're a rapper, bar's closed. So salute to Savv4x. Hopefully he'll be able to break the mold as well, man. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments before we move on to the next story. Ty Rock and Roller wants to know, better rapper, Moula or Savv4x? Ooh. From a technical standpoint, Moula's gonna be pissed when he hears this. But I even think Sav got him from the technical side of things too, bro. That nigga Sav be spitting, bro. Don't sleep on that nigga, bro. And it's just the song choices and different things that he does. This shit is fire, bro. But yeah, good question right there. I want to cover a couple of things as far as our civic duties. There was a shootout at a high school. It's Wednesday night when we're filming this right now, while we're doing this live. So that means this is like a couple of days after Labor Day. It's only 2 days back into the new school year, and shit is already gone left. All right. Let me pull up a story that I have courtesy of City TV, if I'm not mistaken. And these niggas is going to school, and I've covered this before. Niggas are going to school and having to worry about ducking bullets and shit like that. It's only day 2, and the shit started already, man. Let me pull this up.
Injured in what police are describing as a shootout near West End High School. CB24's Steve Ryan joins us with more from the scene near York Memorial Collegiate. And once again, we're talking about another brazen daytime shooting.
And it is a shootout, Jamie. It was the exchange of gunfire between at least 2 suspects, according to police, one on each side of Keele Street near Donald, east side and west side. Shots were fired back and forth, and a 17-year-old was struck by a bullet.
Damn.
He was transported to hospital where he is being treated for his injuries. A gun was recovered at the scene, and an innocent bystander driving a vehicle was also struck. I'll show you, Albert's going to show you rather, her vehicle. It's that white Jeep. Now, there are 2 bullet holes in that Jeep, one on each side, and they're not through and through. There are 2 bullet holes at 2 different eye levels. So it certainly did, suggest early on that this, in fact, was some sort of gunfight. And as police have confirmed, this Jeep was being driven by a woman in her 30s, and she unfortunately was caught in the crossfire, and she was struck by at least 1 bullet that we know of, and she's been taken to hospital where she's being treated for her injury. So there is 1 suspect, or more suspects outstanding, rather. 1 is in custody. That is a 17-year-old, and the police are looking for at least 1 other firearm, and they are actively processing the scene, as you can see from our live shot. Now, we did hear from the Toronto Police Superintendent, and they spoke with a mom who was waiting for a couple of hours while her daughter was in school, locked down as a result of a shooting that went on. And here's more from the 2 of them. That's it.
Imagine that. You're like a mom. You got to wait outside the school just like hoping everything is okay with your kid after a shootout happened in the street between two groups of 4. So I don't even know how many guns. They said it was 67 markers. That doesn't mean that 67 bullets, but like 67 markers around the scene. So like, I don't know what happened. A group of guys are seeing their ops or whatever, and then they just started shooting in the daytime in the middle of the street by the school. I idiot thing.
At this point, no, the 17-year-old is not under arrest. The 17-year-old at this point is being treated as a victim. Someone else has been arrested. And like I said, a firearm has been located. There are 2 separate scenes at this point that were, that indicate that there was some sort of shooting or discharge between 2 groups. Video evidence does suggest and confirm that at this point. And like I mentioned, that's unfortunately the vehicle that was being driven by the victim who happened to get caught in the crossfire.
Mod thing.
She heard something that sounded like a gunshot. Her and her friends went running into the school, into the office, and that's when they had heard that someone had been shot. She says she saw someone get shot, female. Again, we're talking teenagers, so I don't know how much is legitimate, but she's scared. It's day 2 of school.
As I just said, day 2. Hold on, let me see what we all saying here. First day of school, you have a gun. The government has to treat these fools as terrorists, and I guess supposed to say lock them in jail, or lost them in jail. Maybe that you want to say, just lose their ass. Damn, bro. Day 2 of school, bro. Y'all niggas had to shoot out on day 2.
Another piece of evidence that the police will be seizing.
Fam, just to have to walk from school after they clear out the school after the lockdown and have to see all of this shit outside. If I'm a teenager, bro, I ain't trying to sound like I'm pussy or anything, but it's fine because you're a kid. I'm shook, fam. I don't know if I want to go to, mom, homeschool me, bro. I don't know about all this shit now, bro. I can't go to the school and I get hit with a Legos, catch a Legos because niggas in my school got beef.
And analyzing is a magazine, which you can see just north of our location on the east side of Kill Street. And a witness we spoke to had said that when he arrived shortly after the shooting, not only did he see a man on the ground, he saw a person also being treated near the vehicle. And he pointed out that there was a magazine on the sidewalk. And typically, Jamie, a magazine comes from a 9mm Glock pistol. After it's discharged, you just discharge the magazine, and that'll be.
I think they actually, because I was watching this earlier on the news, right? This just happened today, and this is September 3rd for who might be watching the replay of this later on. Started vehicle. We just watched this. I'm trying to find maybe where they have the interview with somebody who was on the scene.
It just occurred shortly before noon this afternoon on Keel Street, just at Donald Avenue, which is exactly where we are at this point. So shortly before noon, at approximately 11:54 words, I would say, please review your.
Yeah, they interviewed the guy who just pulled up to the scene, and he was brave. I don't know why you even talking this much, bro, but like they interviewed a guy who pulled up on the scene. Maybe it's in the longer form.
We are following.
And he gave his commentary. I'm like, bro, you brave as fuck, fam.
CP24's Arda Zakarian joins us live with the latest. Arda.
46-year-old.
Indicate that there was some sort of shooting or discharge between 2 groups. Video evidence does suggest and confirm that at this point. And like I mentioned, that's unfortunately.
Yeah, they haven't posted it yet. It's still in the vault for TV, but I watched it on TV earlier where they got some guy who had just pulled up on the scene, and he was talking to the news reporter, saying like, "Yo, he's seen the shells on the ground and the one person bleeding out and blood on one of the cars." Like, bro, this is not the type of shit that you need to be seeing on your second day of school, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a shorty and you're seeing this on the second day of school, you're like, bro, why did summer have to end? Why do we have to go back to school? Like, it's not even about like I hate my teachers or I hate learning or some shit. Like, it's like, why do I gotta go to school with all these crazy niggas? If I'm a Mesquite kid, bro, I would hate these niggas, bro. I'm like, damn, bro, I gotta go to school with you guys. Like, you guys don't even want to learn nothing. You guys come here to just deal with your beef. And it's like, me and my rest of my friends, we just trying to go to the cafeteria and chill, bro. Again, like I said with the artist, or when it comes to these like super extra gangster ass niggas who are in the rap game, making it hard for the rest of us. I had my super rant about that before, okay? And I'm trying to keep my rants down, keep my blood pressure down. It's like, yo, it's the same thing for these little kids going to school, bro. They're not making up the biggest percentage of the kids that are in school. The ones who are into the polys and into the bullshit are probably making up 5 to 10% of the population of the school. But you're making it hard for the rest of the 90% of the kids in school. You know what I'm saying? You're making them hard for them to focus on their school, focus on their lessons. You're traumatizing them where they don't want to come to school. You're probably bullying them, showing them, doing this shit to them when they talk slick to you. Oh, you got a problem with me? You got a problem with me? Doing this shit to the most Mesquite kid in school just so that you could feel a little tough. That's because, like, you know, you saw your older brothers do that shit. Like, it's fucked up, man. I don't like it, man. It's not like it's new. This has been happening for decades, but I think it's gotten worse over the years to the point where, like, day 2 of school, y'all niggas is having a shootout outside. Do better, man. Y'all are really, really, really fast tracking yourselves to jail, yo. Trust me. But yeah, man, I'm gonna leave that there. There's something I wanted to show you guys. There's like a police tracking data thing that's going on right now, but I'll leave that for another day because there's like way too much like reading and shit that I don't feel like doing. I want to put you all onto something because a lot of people look at Toronto as one of the most dirtiest cities, has some of the biggest drug problems. There's definitely a lot of fentanyl addicts and freaking all different types of addicts that are walking the streets out here. You know, sometimes people could go to downtown Toronto and they feel that shit looks like zombie land. All right. It's supposed to be a tourist attraction when you go to Dundas Square, but the shit looks like it gets nasty, especially when you go past Dundas Square at the late night. There's bare people leaning, right? Doing the Fenty lean. Right, I used to live around the Young and Wellesley area, and that area nasty. But Toronto's not the worst place, and this is just the downtown Toronto. I'm talking when you go to different hood areas, Scarborough, different places. There's a lot of junkies. There's like it's just bad as far as like the drug addicts. You know, not homeless. I don't want to use the word homeless. What's the new term that they have for that? The politically correct term, houseless. Or not non-homed people. Like, it's been pretty crazy over here in Toronto, right? And there's a lot of different things that we can get to of the reasons of why that is. But Toronto is not one of the worst cities when it comes to that. It is, but it's not the worst. I saw a video that popped up on my timeline. I don't know what the hell I'd be watching, but it was about London, Ontario. London, Ontario is about 3 hours down the road. Okay. Small town. I went there a couple of times back in the days, you know, done some live shows and stuff like that. It's pretty much a university town as well. But when I watched this video, and I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched a lot of it. Actually, I watched the whole thing. I was like, damn, that's what London looks like now? Let me put y'all on.
Are you from London?
I was born in London, buddy.
What should we know about
Born
the
in
city?
London, buddy.
It sucks. It has totally changed in, I'm going to say, 15 years.
Why is that?
Crystal, it's totally changed. I've had a guy come at me with it, and the cops were right there. They just let him poke, and away he went. And I'm going, I hope you die, mother.
London, Ontario has descended from Canada's music capital into a zombie city.
Well, look around, bro. This is zombie land.
How did this happen? We went to find out. We ended up here only because our readers told us to. And upon entering the city, the story became obvious.
That right there, that was the third prostitute we've seen literally within 5 minutes of entering London, Ontario. So opposite all the people smoking crack, we have a nice little restaurant. Dystopian may be the word.
We headed downtown where more people were openly taking drugs than not. As bad as this was, it was nothing compared to what we'd see later, deeper in the zombie city.
I don't smoke it, I sniff it. You want to smoke some?
Just in respect to you, right? I didn't feel coverage. If I had my way, I'd go through with them with the photos.
System. Exactly. It's sponsored by the government.
You know, and let me bring myself back on the screen over here. When I look at these London streets, it kind of looks like Vancouver to me, man. Like when I went down to Vancouver and I did my I did a vlog over there, it looked pretty similar, man. Like the way this looks right over here. But actually, Vancouver was 10 times worse. Let me just pull that up quick fast. Just to show y'all quick. Big salute to Randy. Big Randy. Let's see. Vancouver. Where's my Vancouver thing? Oh, right here.
Because I'm so depressed right now. Because people are just constantly on me every time that I like bring myself up.
It's serious, man. Vancouver's not no joke. Vancouver is like, that looked like the same kind of block, even like down to the architecture, except 3 times, maybe 10 times the amount of fiends. So I just want to know, like, I'm out here from Toronto. I'm very mesmerized just by the amount of, I don't know, just stuff that's going on out here. So what is this place for?
This place is the Downtown East Side Women's Center.
Uh-huh.
And we provide women with support. Sorry.
That's cool.
We're in an emergency right now. Like we have 2 lockdowns.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let me pull back up this video here. But Vancouver looks crazy. Let's get back to the video here.
Are you from London?
What the hell can you do? Downtown on a Friday night, in the summertime, this place would be packed on both sides of the street. Not no more.
This downtown is just degraded from what it used to be. It wasn't empty businesses, it wasn't junkies and homeless people all over the place like it is now. I didn't even see one homeless person when I moved here 30 years ago.
Bro, my father was a serial killer, killed over 100 freaking women in this
Whoa.
country, okay? You don't want to know about the city. This is a stab city. You guys are lucky to be alive. You're from the States. You're walking down the street right now. The city's terrible. I have 750 convictions. I'm from London.
The man says 750 convictions. How are you on road, bro?
City. I've been on and off here 20 years. I got 11 kids, wife, and a successful life. I've been having babies since I was 15 years old. I left home at 12, did my own thing, stayed on the streets, did what I had to do to survive. That's this fella. Hey, bro, how much you probably on the street every given day? A couple 100 pounds of easy, huh?
Look at this man over here. I want to give a big salute to Rocka News. Okay, I want to give some credit to them. They did good work because they came down from America to find this out.
I don't know. Imagine if they're big.
Yeah, exactly. Well, these guys are from the States. They ain't no feds. I'm an OG. I'm an ex-gang leader. DFW Bloods.
There's also a lot of murder going on.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here. Of course there is. Why?
I don't know.
Oh, I know why. Illuminati are here.
Well, look around, bro. This is zombie land. Everybody's either addicted to meth or slinging it. Yeah, and there's a news article out right now
actually
about them doing it.
You want to call them, some people call them medicines. It actually expands the mind. Allows you to come up with different things that you wouldn't come up with before.
What's going on over here?
Huh?
There's a lot of people over there.
The man said medicine that makes you come up with things that you never came up with before? Like what? Like taking off your clothes and walking in the middle of the street? That's crazy. Two Piece No Biscuit says he's a Bloods leader. Yeah, right? The Blood leader. He's down in there in London, Ontario, off the fence.
You're probably doing medicine of some kind.
Medicine.
Back about a year and a half ago, I tried to hijack a plane at Toronto Island Airport. Nobody's ever done it in Canada before, and they call me their mother. This is where they should let me.
You did what, nigga? Run it back.
Before, and they call me their mother. Actually,
about them doing it.
You want to call them? Some people call. You're probably doing medicine of some kind. Back about a year and a half ago, I tried to hijack a plane at Toronto Island Airport. Nobody's ever done it in Canada before, and they call.
This guy tried to hijack a plane. You know what? Let me shut up. I believe him. All right, gang. I believe him. Like, I actually believe this guy got high and tried to hijack a plane. All right. I ain't even gonna call cap.
Their mother. This is where they should let
the laugh.
Me do it, because then it's saved $3,000. I can do what they do.
While we were talking, an ambulance came up to deal with a potential overdose.
I can't see anybody over there. There's a guy
Success stories are few and far between. Yet some people do make it off the streets, like this man who beat fentanyl addiction.
Some of these guys, 40, 50 years old, say they have mental disabilities and they're living with their parent, and then their parents pass away and they had a house that they had to pay a mortgage on, right? Now they're out on the streets and they got no one looking over to them. Like they go to detox and then they put you back out, and then how are you supposed to get clean when you don't have people to hang out with? You're going back to hang out with the same people. I never got to this point. Like, I was a functioning addict. Like, I had an apartment, I had a job, but it got to a point where I couldn't handle it anymore. I was just like, I literally broke down, and I was like to my parents, and I was like, I couldn't even lift a tire like on a rim, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I've been lying.
This guy's missing a tooth now. He seems like he's cleaned up. You know what I mean? But like, he's saying that he wasn't even on the shit. Like, he got onto the streets first, or maybe this is the next person.
You guys, like, I can't like keep living this lie. There's so much hurt and stuff that these people carry with them that you don't know. Actually, some of the nicest people you'll ever meet, they'll talk to you like an open book. If you respect them, they'll respect you. Like, they'll give your shirt off the back of some rich guy would. I swear to God.
That man told us that downtown was only a sample of London's crisis. To understand more, we needed to head up Dundas Street. We had no idea what we were getting into. Just a quick note about Roca News. My friends and I started this back in 2020 as a news. We took the long way to Dundas and were shocked by the contrast. These parts of London were beautiful, the opposite of downtown. When we reached Dundas, everything changed.
Yo, bullshit, man, but all my friends are dead.
These guys went past all them nice houses and then bumped into this right there.
probably not gonna need it.
Hey, bro, excuse
Keep in mind, for the people who might be tapping into the live right now, this is London, Ontario. This is about 3 hours down the road from Toronto.
me. Hey, we're here from the States. Can you tell us anything about the city of London? A lot of drugs. Do you think it's worse here in London than other cities?
Oh yeah.
How long have you been homeless?
To be honest, I was just doing all my laundry. I live on the other side of the city.
Oh.
I've been off the streets for 7 months now.
Oh, good for you, man.
Yeah. I've just done all my laundry. My girlfriend's just finishing up the last 2 loads of laundry. And we're heading home for the day. Well, you don't want to.
This nigga's like, hold on. I need to take a quick smoke. I know you're filming me and everything, but like, yo, let me just handle this quick. Out of respect for you, let me turn around.
You guys have a good day.
Yeah.
Mud thing.
Hey, stay safe. There's a theater, an active theater right here. People are walking into this theater to go see like a play right now. And what you have to walk through to get here is this. It's truly upside down. I don't know another word. I don't know another term for it. What's going on?
What do you see?
Right? This guy's walking with his kid. To be honest, I feel bad for this guy and his kid having to walk through all of that madness. And I hear these guys, because London, Ontario is not what I remember it being last time I went there. But imagine even downtown Toronto, where downtown Toronto, they have a lot of junkies right there in the middle of Dundas Square. People are trying to walk into to the Eaton Center and all these different places, coming from the bus station, coming from different countries and shit like that, coming off the subway, and they're just like, what the hell? Was that a needle? Ugh. Is that vomit? Oh, like, it gets nasty. So I get it. But like, imagine it like on steroids.
What do you see? Oh, like why? I don't know. Ask them. I don't want to be involved in this shit. I don't see what color it's. If I had my way, I'd go through with them with the bulldozer. It'd be all good.
This guy's so fed up, he just wants them all getting just erased.
And taxpaying money pays for them.
Yo, that's a fact. Yo, let me go past that. Yo, Cal, that's facts. Yeah, I believe all the Dundas in Toronto, Saga, London, etc. It's like they all like. It's like all are like all. Sorry, what can I read today? Are all like lined up. My bad. I can't see shit today. It's weird because Dundas Street in Mississauga, 5 and 10, same thing. Not maybe like a bunch of junkies like as bad, but that's the hot spot in Mississauga. Dundas over here in London, Ontario. And when I talk about Dundas Square, or my bad, Sankofa Square, same shit. And the further east down Dundas you go, the worse it gets. You know what I'm saying? Once you start getting over to like Sherbourne, even before that, once you start getting to Church, right? Because it's Church, then Jarvis, then Sherbourne, and then Parliament. All those intersections, just a wash. It's nasty. So I don't know. Maybe something on that name. There's some kind of obia on that name, Dundas. I know that the guy Dundas was supposed to be some kind of a racist, but for something with that name as just it attracts junkies, bro.
Are you joking?
So man, you say you're from here? You're from London?
I'm from London. This is my block.
You're from London.
I know, I'm not from London.
Your
This
block.
is my block for 21 years.
What are the big drugs around right now?
I do. Why you guys want to do some? Because when you get ripped off.
How do you know? How do you know you're getting ripped off at that?
I don't know. You're not supposed to say it loud because it's only a little bit, bro. Who's that?
How much you pay for it?
Nothing. Want it?
I'm okay.
I'm not sure. I just put it in my car. I don't think you want it.
Yes, you're very generous.
I don't smoke it. I sniff it. I do actually have it from my house. I have one.
How old were you when you first tried crypto?
Like 17. I'm 32 now.
Have you been doing it the whole 50?
Jesus Christ. Oh, he's smoking friggin' fent, or I don't know. She might have krills in her hand. 12 years is crazy.
10 years? Did you ever go sober?
On and off. I've been sober. You know, I've been to rehab and all that. If you want to chill, you want to smoke some, I don't smoke it.
Cool.
You want to smoke some?
Oh, we may swing back. We got to go see the city before it gets dark out. We may swing back.
Okay, it's nice
Like
right
he's
now.
trying to
It's
share.
nice view of the sun. Yeah, make your way back. By the time you get back, you'll probably have. I got one at home. You guys can share.
Thank you.
Brand new.
Because once you touch them, that's it. You're hooked. Back in the day, I was on and I lost everything, including my home. You lose your apartment, you end up on the streets. That's as low as you can feel. So when people are coming up to you saying, hey, try this, this will make you feel good. You're down in the dumps, you're going to try it to feel good. And then it's got you. See, my grandchildren.
See, what she just broke down there is some real serious shit, because a lot of people will misconstrue shit and be like, all you drug addicts is the reason why you're on the street. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if you weren't doing all that crack, you wouldn't be homeless. And it don't necessarily be that way all the time. Don't get me wrong. That does happen. That is the thing too. Like, yeah, you spent all your money on drugs and you ended up like slipping to the point where you're on the street. You feel me? But then there's people where they fall through financial, they get into financial problems. You know what I'm saying? A couple of mishaps here, something medical happens, and next thing you know, they're on the street. And while they're on the street, somebody says, you know what? I see you. You look kind of down, bro. Try some of this. This will make you feel better. And then from there, that cycle of never being able to get off the street starts to happen, because now not only are you down bad, you're down bad and just tried fent for the first time. So it's not always like, oh, all these drug addicts just end up on the street. No, some people end up on the street that were like bankers and lawyers and all types of shit, right? Try a little something while they're feeling down, like they're living in a box and they're like, what the hell, bro? How did I get this low? And then they try some shit. And then boom, on goes the journey. So either way, both suck. You know what I'm saying? Both situations suck to be in, but it's not always, what it seems like or what people think it is.
Or I'm in my apartment right now. Why? Because I don't want them to see this.
One side says this situation is the result of a housing crisis, and many locals blame Farhi, a local real estate investor, for snapping up property and driving up rents. Others blame the government specifically, whose policy is to provide needles and other paraphernalia for drug users.
Hey, how you doing?
I don't know what my stance is on that when it comes to like providing the paraphernalia for these users out on road, because it's like, yes, if we don't give it to them, they're going to find it somewhere else, or they're going to find ways of using these needles and finding unclean needles and stuff like that. So we'd rather not have a medical problem. Rather, we'll just deal with a drug problem rather than a medical problem. But I'm not too cool on just giving people needles and shit right out the package and shit, just so that they can go bang some whatever they banging. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of counterproductive in my opinion.
Do you volunteer around here?
Just on my own.
On your own?
Yeah, I'm just a high school teacher.
Okay, so what motivates you?
You just have to look around and find the motivation. It's not right what we're doing to these people. It's just not right. It's like assistance side, but it's sponsored by the government. It's just cheaper to keep them here than to use in hospitals. I mean, they shouldn't be here. They should be cared for.
So why?
Yeah, absolutely. We're killing them with kindness, but that kindness is just turned into sort of, an endless. It's just, it doesn't end. Everywhere you look, everywhere you turn, you see drugs. So I think that they got to start with that. They got to start recriminalizing, not the people, but the people who sell the drugs. They have to have tighter controls on getting it here. You take someone in, you give them a ticket. Yeah, big enough too.
I don't know if that's the solution either. Yes, that too, recriminalize it for sure. Lock up the people who are as an ex-dealer, it's going to sound crazy, but yes, lock up the dealers. but some of the users have to take accountability too.
And then you put them in a filled jail and you bring them back out here and you have given them no, support. They wake up to the same. Here you go, sir.
Oh, I'm dying. Can I get another one if I drink this one real fast?
Yeah, you sure can.
So I'm going to just squeeze it to pound it back.
Okay. Sounds like a good thing. That sounds great. You want some water?
Are you donating water?
Yeah.
Well, that's very sweet. What kind of water is this?
It's spring water. Cold.
Like selection spring water, right?
This girl used to be something. Look at it, even how she dressed now. She used to be something. You know what I mean? Like how they said in New Jack City with Halle Berry, she was that old prom queen. This girl used to be something once upon a time. I could tell. Look at the look. You know what I'm saying? Even what she's deciding to wear while being out here on some junkie shit. She's like, at one point in time, she had it going on. She might have been a bar girl, or she could have had like a real regular job. You know what I'm saying? And now she on the road, getting free water from this guy who's giving water to drug addicts and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Just the water.
Peanuts.
I don't have peanuts. Yeah, they wake up to the same thing. Like when you go home and say you go to a wedding or you go to the bar, you wake up and you're hungover, but you get up and you get going because you got a wife, kids, friends, school, life. They get up and they just see the same thing, and it's hard not to, reuse. It really is. These are people. Like when it gets dark, you'll see women, usually women, and men, sometimes men in wheelchairs, and they're missing feet.
Jesus Christ.
Like people are missing feet in wheelchairs, and there's no washrooms. No one notices that.
Just a block away, a beautiful neighborhood was left to pick up the needles.
They're not going to come, and there's kids playing there right now. Like, I have no option.
Yo. Okay, now moving forward from here, I haven't watched moving forward from here. So we're all finding this out in real time.
I mean, it's a beautiful park. Families out.
Holy.
This is in with everything on Dundas there. This is why I'm moving to a small town.
You're moving away.
Oh, I'm moving away. I'm taking my son back there. He's 5. Like, he shouldn't have to see stuff like this.
Yo, fam, people move out of Toronto to come to towns like this, and then this is what towns like this look like.
This lady is not alone. White Canadians have been leaving London in droves while immigrants move in. In the decade of 2021, the city's population grew by 16%. The South Asian.
What do you say? No audio. Hold on. There is audio, man. Stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me, man.
Middle Eastern, and African populations each tripled, while the white population shrank by 10,000.
Years ago, we used to have a huge hospital up near like Oxford Highbury. They closed.
They're controlling me, man.
A long time ago. Unfortunately, that was just kind of put into the wild. The increase in volume, what was happening is a lot of other cities were sending that issue here. A lot of people, not necessarily from this community, were now all of a sudden just kind of being dumped in our lap, and it kind of took off from there a little bit. This is gonna sound awful, but we've pretty much kind of been a doormat for the city for those issues that you're driving by and seeing and stuff like that. At the end of the day, it's not a district problem. It's not a community problem.
You know what he just said without saying it. You know what I'm saying? He found a nice politically correct way of saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were okay. And then like a whole bunch of people started moving in. And I don't know why I'm giving him a country accent, because like, he totally don't have that. But like, it started looking a little different around London, Ontario, and then next thing you know, boom, boom, everybody's on drugs. All right?
It's a city problem, and we're all part of that city. So,
are you from London?
I was born in London, buddy.
What should we know about the city?
It sucks. It's totally changed in, I'm gonna say,
you're about to get
15 years.
Why is that?
Crystal, it's totally changed. I drink beer though. If I had a new mayor and a new prime minister, maybe something would get done. I had a heart attack a month ago, right? And I don't know if you know, but you lose a third of your body functions. Good. But I'm not going to give up the beer. I'm not going to give up my cigarettes. If I die, I die. But this government has to be changed. And there's only one change to it, is get rid of them all. You're not.
What? Yo. Say that again, nigga. Oh. Jesus Christ. How you really feel, fam?
But I'm not going to give up the beer. I'm not going to give up my cigarettes. If I die, I die. But this government has to be changed. And there's only one change to it, is get rid of them all. You're not going to say anything because they'll vandalize your house. And we've had people try to break in the back door. I'm not doing it. I'm too old to wrestle. Excuse me. I'm a 30-year-old guy. Right? Because if I do, I'm going to take a baseball bat to him. And he's going to be gone.
And then you're going to get locked up.
But it's bad. It's real bad here.
The fact is that most Londoners have left the downtown area behind. They've moved to clean, prosperous neighborhoods in the outskirts. For them, Dundas is a world away.
Outskirts, like around London, where more and more houses are going up. But downtown, it's going down.
A battle is raging in London between decay and neglect.
Hold on. I don't want to put homie out there. Who's this? Is this a junkie? I don't mean to friggin' profile. I'm really being that guy. I shouldn't be that guy. But what are you doing out here, Ray Ray? You just hanging out? Nice ass These chairs must be the city. The city put these chairs here. They didn't bring these chairs out. Yeah, of course. Yes. See, there's another one here. Damn, bro. These guys are just using the city chairs out here, slanging and banging.
Raging in London between decay and neglect and the residents who want to save their city. Yet as grim as the streets are, Londoners aren't giving up.
I truly believe this city will bounce back once, you know, the powers that be kind of stop.
Hold on, Juicy Hamburger told the block he's going OT. What are you saying? That's a Toronto man sitting right there? Am I should I not have put the freeze frame? Should I go blur that later? That's a Toronto man, right? Man from Brampton, somebody. It's like, bro, what are you doing? That's when I was OT, fam. Walk one. Yo, Friday Ricky Fed. You're all snitching. Walk one, Bridgen. Man's trying to stay low.
Being too political about things a little bit and really start striking to the heart of issues with communities like this, because at the end of the day, you don't want to lose this.
Thank you for watching this video. It's just the first
of
an extended.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh because these guys are going through mad pain. But yo, fam, get the camera off of homeboy over here. And it's like, yo, Bertrand, walk on. What do you, so what you dealing with it? What kind of camera is that? Man, them don't want to talk to me.
Thank you for watching this video.
Yo, this nigga look familiar, bro. Yo, and he's got the black Air Force Ones. You know what that means. Damn, broski. Carol says that down to earth. Yo, fam. More times I was like, that looks like Dre Bars to me, but Dre Bars is in jail. It's like, damn, bro, how did he get Dre Bars OT in London, fam? That's crazy. Anywho, salute to my people in London. All right, I just wanted to put that on y'all radar. Y'all can go watch the full video without me interrupting every few minutes and shit like that on my reaction shit. If y'all want to tap into that, you know what I'm saying? And salute to what's the name of this channel over here? What's the name of this channel? Rocka News for this video right here. But I think I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to get to this Doug Ford pouring out the Crown Royal on some for my homie shit for another day. And yeah, we're about 3.5 hours in. All right. But we got an episode dropping tomorrow. Like I said in the beginning of this episode, the Havaya Mighty interview, the follow-up interview after a 5-year hiatus of being on the We Love Hip Hop podcast. She's back. Full update. I asked the hard-hitting questions. So tap into that tomorrow morning, 3 a.m. for all the audio listeners. 6 p.m. We back over here for the premiere. Thank you to all the people who've been tapping in from the beginning of this live. Make sure to hit that like button on the way out. We are off of this. Deuces.